Elimination, and the million faces formed together, made for elevation. And my soldier won't surrender faith. This I can fire that never burns to embers. The voice of the unheard. Love is the answer.
I gotta speak it, believe it, that's how I feel inside.
I can't sit here quiet.
You can take my heart, you can take my breath when you pry it from my cold dead chest.
This is how we rise up. Heavy as a hurricane, louder than a freight train. This is how we rise up. Heart is beating faster, feels like thunder. Magic static, call me a fanatic. It's our world, they can never have it. This is how we rise up. It's our resistance, you can't resist us. Can you hear me? Are you listening? Sleeping and the shadows could be making history. Through the fire, on the water, used to be a slave, but now you are a conqueror.
They can take my heart, they can take my breath when they pry it from my cold dead chest.
This is how we rise up. Heavy as a hurricane, louder than a freight train. This is how we rise up. Heart is beating faster, feels like thunder. Magic static, call me a fanatic. It's our world, they can never have it. This is how we rise up. It's our resistance, you can't resist us. Up, 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 up. We're rising up, 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 up. Rising up, 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 up. We're rising up, 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 up. Rising up, 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 up. We're rising up, 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 up. This is how we rise up. It's our resistance. You can't resist us. This is how we rise up. Heavy as a hurricane, louder than a freight train. This is how we rise up. Heart is beating faster, feels like thunder. Magic static, call me a fanatic. It's our world, they can never have it. This is how we rise up.
This show has gotten off to an absolutely insane start. I have absolutely no idea what the heck that was. I don't know who on earth any of those people were, because I saw that just with all of you. But the Ringmaster apparently was up to something. Apparently, it looks like we've got ourselves our confirmation for what the heck's happening at Full Throttle. Welcome, everybody, to the show. I guess, depending on what happens tonight, it will be Jay versus Pi, one-on-one, in a Circus Carnage match for the GWE World Heavyweights Championship. I don't know what most of any of that was. Apparently, I think y'all know more than I do. But that was weird and insane, and I have nothing else to say about it. Let's just cue the music and see what's going on. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Ezra, Dusk, Waylon, Solara, Ace, David, Mr. E, M, or Marcy, Rio, Hippo, Splendid, Thrizzy, how you doing, buddy? Welcome on into the stream for the first time. Kaz is here as well. Flair, Polka, all y'all, welcome in to the stream. What up? Welcome in, man. How you doing? Bring it on, Mr. Ringmaster. If you ever want a chance to beat me, you'll need to get a hold of yourself first. We got a show. We got a show tonight. But I guess now we know that Jay will be taking on the Ringmaster Pi for the GWE World Championship at Full Throttle in a Circus Carnage match. That is, if Jay can even get past tonight, because he's defending his championship tonight against Izuku Midoriya. Let's see if he can do that along with all the other things we have tonight. I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's go ahead and start this show right. We're kicking it off with the Modest Open Challenge. Also, sorry for the boost. I didn't know how much of distortion Pi was going to do with that. The freaking audio boost that shattered y'all's ears. My bad. It's time. We're kicking it off with Modest's final open challenge before Full Throttle. Who will step up to him tonight? There's only one way to find out, and it's to get this show underway. It's always the ones who live to entertain that has the darkest demons. Yeah, that's quite a quote. That is quite a quote, you're dang right. They are not all the same. Okay then. Yeah, now off of the shenanigans what in the world that was, we can get the show going. So, let's do it. Let's go ahead and turn up the voltage for the opening match of the show. Modest, good luck to you. That's not modest. That is not modest. That is, okay, who, what, that's not, oh gosh! Oh no! Oh boy! Oh, that's Balrog! Oh! Gosh! That is Balrog! He's dead. He's 6 feet under. This man is having to deal with the boxing enforcer of Shadlu, Balrog. Oh no, Modest. He's dealt with tough opponents before. He's dealt with Little Mac. He's dealt with Eddie Kingston. He's dealt with freaking a bunch of other tough opponents. Ippo. He's dealt with that and Splendid, which he kind of wrecked. This might be the toughest one already. Okay, well, there he is, Modest. Brother. Good luck. This guy works for Bison. Oh gosh, yeah, that's even worse. Well, here comes Modest, I guess. Oh boy, this is not gonna be a good time for Modest over here. He's got to deal with Balrog. But hey, Modest has been able to pull off some big wins before when we didn't think he could. Maybe he can tonight against Balrog. Easier said than done. But if there's anybody who's capable of doing that, it could very well be Modest. So, oh, there's more. Oh, well, he did say anyone and everyone. He did say anyone and everyone, so I think there's, oh gosh. Oh no, Modest. Oh no, Modest. Oh, that's King. Oh, that's King. Oh no. Apparently in the Street Fighter world, the top dogs, Shadlu, call themselves the Four Lords, Bison of course being on top. Yeah, Balrog's another one. Yeah, okay, so there's more than just Balrog. Tekken's resident luchador. It's King. Okay, so triple threat match. It is Balrog, it is King, it is Modest, and what on ever-loving earth? What the Christ? What the? Who invited this man? Who invited this man? What is he doing here? Matt! Going back to the days of the Nintendo Wii. It's Matt from Wii Sports. Oh my gosh. The greatest boxer of all time. It's Modest versus Balrog versus King versus Matt. Well then, this sure is highest in boxing rank. Okay, well, this just got more interesting. Okay, is there anybody else? No, okay, it's just those four. Balrog, Modest, King, and Matt from Wii Sports. They're gonna duke it out in a fatal four-way. Here we go. Oh, gosh. Modest, brother, you might be dead. There is a world that you might just die. But Balrog taking it to Matt as King drops. Modest. Early doors. Big forearm. King, the hold up with a roll up. Kick out. We're actually broken up there by Modest. Oh, King! What the heck was that? Man just flew in the background. Balrog caught by Matt as King dropping the elbow. On to Modest. Matt dropping Balrog, a little power slam, and King doing the same to Modest on the other side. And King, he's just waiting. And here we go. It's King and Matt. They're going at it. King sends him off the ropes, but then contends with Modest, who does a quick little roll up. That's kicked out of at 1. Modest. Listen, he's put in work. Modest is putting a lot of work, but these are some tough competitors. Could be some of the toughest competitors he has ever had to go against as a little haluva kick from King. It is sporting legend Matt Wii Sports. That is in fact who it is, Polka. And an uppercut from Balrog right to the mask of King. The resident luchador from Tekken down as Matt tried to grab a baseball bat. Modest hits that moonsault to the back of King. The luchador again rocked with some high-octane offense as Modest with a little spine buster to Balrog, but gets booted down by Matt. But Modest is right back up, though, turning it around and throws them overhead, belly to belly. I tried talking to King once. He spoke in pure Jaguar, yet somehow we had a fun conversation. I mean, I guess that could make sense. I kind of hope Balrog doesn't win. I don't know how to feel about anybody besides Modest winning. Oh gosh, and sending Balrog powerbomb into the apron and then just tosses him into it. Does King, as Modest raged up on the outside, on the inside of the ring. That is his legal name, and you will address him as Matt the King Wii Sports. I'm just gonna call him Matt. It's much easier for me. Balrog. A full Nelson slam right to King. See the elevation that he got from that one. I think a lot of the people that appear in the Open Challenge have all fought against one another in their own match one day. Yeah, they might all have to fight one another at some point, Waylon. These guys are some competent fighters. King, what are you doing? Turning Balrog around. There's a baseball bat underneath there. Oh gosh! First off, Quiet Riot to Matt inside the ring, but that was a vertebraker on the outside, and he landed headfirst on the baseball bat. Oh gosh, King. Trying to kill Balrog, I guess. Holy moly. Sending Modest into the corner there as Balrog tried to send Matt away, but he sent him into King. I think he got his signature reversed as well. Balrog hoisting up King. And Matt, oh goodness, runs through and kicks Modest right in the head. But is broken up by Balrog. I think that busted Modest open as well. Couple combos. King flies in. Didn't quite land that move, but Matt runs in and busts Balrog open as well with that forearm to the side of the head. Kind of helps in the world of Tekken. People speak their native tongues all willy-nilly, yet everyone understands each other. Okay, that would make sense. That actually would explain how you had a good conversation with King. The King, speaking up, now sending Matt into the corner, but Modest is there with the bat over the top of the dome. Goes for the cover. Modest, I don't know why you did that, though. Matt is right there. Anyone can win right now. Yeah, it does favor Balrog. The cover by Matt. Broken up by King. Fatal four-way, one fall to a finish as Modest hits that German suplex. So far, King's the freshest of the quartet at this current time. The King, a suplex. I think a double suplex type maneuver to Modest. Into the cover. Matt slides into the ring, but Modest actually has to burn resiliency. Modest burning resiliency, the first one to burn in this fight. Depending on when we got King, this could be King the second. I don't know. All I know is he's just King. And he just hit a couple shots to Matt. And Balrog, little suplex to Modest. Matt's charging up for something, but gets caught by Balrog, and a double axe handle takes him down. Also, both Balrog and Matt have boxing gloves on. Very similar ones as well. Both red boxing gloves. Could be weakening the punches, I'm not sure. Or could just be doing more damage with it. Could be either one. As King rolls to the outside and Modest grabbing a sledgehammer right to the gut. But picked up is Matt by Balrog, and a running power slam delivered right to Matt from Wii Sports, and he's got a burn resiliency as well. Could be Eliodo King. Oh, wait a minute. Cover by Balrog. Puts his feet on the ropes, and Matt kicked out at one. Well, alrighty then. Looking for a little double team and a double punch right to Balrog, and Matt, tried to go for some off the ropes there, but Modest stopped that from happening. You had a lot of things in boxing gloves, like horseshoes, I guess. Modest flying in, went for that moonsault. Matt out of the way this time around, but turns around right to King. Looking to set him up. Oh gosh, he hit this on the outside to Balrog. This time on the inside, that Verta breaker. But Modest right there sends King out of the ring. But Balrog with a sledgehammer. Whoa, wait a minute. Modest, quick roll up. Everybody's out of the ring. Quick roll up on Balrog. He kicks out. Oh, what the heck is this? Welcome in, Marcel. It's a fatal four-way. It's Modest's open challenge. It was answered by King, Balrog, and Matt from Wii Sports. Yeah. Missed opportunity to have the King of Dirty Boxing, Aaron Ryan, answer the open challenge. I guess not tonight. But Balrog hoisting up Modest. Oh, Canadian rack back breaker, but it's broken up by King. Good to know. Yeah, that is good to know. Oh, big kendo stick shot from Matt, then tossing it at Balrog, and everybody's down off the ropes, and a forearm right to the side of the head to Balrog. Quickly into the cover. He does not have resiliency. Doesn't need it. He kicked out, though. The equivalent of 30 weapons of mass destruction in this ring. Oh, and a crucifix bomb from Matt, and there's that steady hands from Modest off the ropes. Tried to go for Modest means, but Balrog caught him, but he reversed the finisher of Balrog as well. Clothesline delivered, though, by Matt, and everyone down except for two. Modest turns him around. Double axe handle caught. But lifted up, and Matt, oh goodness, slammed him down. Like he was stinking, steaming hot garbage. King and Matt both stand. Are they both calling for? Oh, I think they were both calling for Modest to get up, and Balrog said, "Sit yourself down" with that kendo stick, and a German suplex right to Modest, and now he's alone in the ring with Matt. He has a finisher as well. Let's just hope Balrog doesn't end up joining the Tyrant Syndicate. That would be terrifying. Oh, went for that Canadian backbreaker submission again, but Matt getting out of it and turns that into a bulldog. Screw on her. Yeah, true. King stepping into the ring, Matt rolling out. And everybody now has a finisher at their disposal as King puts Balrog in the corner, and a little scoop slam. As Matt grabbed a steel chair, but Modest knocked it out of his hand. King's up to the top. And Modest dropping Matt with a back suplex as King with a little eclipse. Eclipse to Balrog, who does not have resiliency. And Matt and Modest are still fighting on the outside. How did he kick out? How on earth did he kick out? I mean, it's Balrog, but how on earth did you just kick out of that? Picking up King, looking for another running power slam. Directly into the pin. And King doesn't burn? He didn't burn? Well, all right. These guys got some fight in their system. Alrighty then. Raging up does Balrog as Modest with the kendo stick, whacking King with it, but Balrog hits that running power slam onto Matt into the cover, but Modest just in the nick of time kicks him and breaks it up, and then punches Balrog directly in the face. But now Matt, what has he got here? Climbing up top. These men have been in larger battles than this in years. You know what? Yeah, fair enough. These guys, they know what they're doing. And an elbow right to Modest here. Quickly into the cover. And that was it. That was actually enough to keep Modest down. Matt picks up the win. gosh. Out of all the people. Out of all the people who pick up the win, it's Matt from Wii Sports who gets it done in this fatal 4-way in the Open Challenge. But what a fight from these 4 competitors. A very, well, I can't even say back and forth contest because it was just a haymaker after haymaker from all 4 of them. And Matt was relentless throughout. You see that eclipse from King right to Balrog. But he somehow managed to kick out. Listen, I can't exactly fully say that one. I don't want Triple H on me, you know. I don't want Triple H to go after me. Or Matt. What a way to open up tonight. Balrog tried to get in there to break it up, but tossing King into the ring pushed Matt a little too far away for him to get there. And he picks up the win, and he is bruised. He is bruised. But congratulations to Matt Wii Sports, who gets the job done. 63% on Matt, 24 on King, 13 on Modest, and 0 on Balrog. But it's the Wii Sports man who had never won the HWE to pick up the win tonight. So, we move on in the night. Now, where is Armor King? The Armor King, I don't know. No Armor King tonight. How do I interview Matt? Good question. Good question. I'm gonna let you figure that one out. I'm gonna let you figure that one out, Leia. Because right now, we're going in to some one-on-one action. It's one half of the tag team champions for the women facing off. We'll see the other half of the teams go at it later on tonight. But right now, it is Yuffie and it is Queen. 1-on-1. Who gets the first bit of momentum for their team going into Full Throttle, which of course is set to take place on Sunday. It will be Pretty Lethal versus Scarlet Justice for the tag team titles at Full Throttle. Who gets it done tonight to get some momentum? Will it be Yuffie or will it be Queen? Let's find out as we turn up the voltage. And we kick this thing off with Pretty Lethal. Yuffie and they're both out there tonight. Obviously, of course, it'll just be Yuffie right about now. Yuffie and they earn themselves a championship opportunity by pinning the tag team champions a couple weeks ago. Yuffie and beat On and Makoto in tag team action to get themselves a guaranteed championship shot. We'll see and On go at it later on tonight, but now let's see what Yuffie and Queen can do. They often are called more of the underdogs, the weaker end, in quotes, of the team. Right now, they get to prove what they can do. Because here comes the tag team champions, Scarlet Justice. It's On and it's Makoto. Here they are. On and Queen. The tag team champs are here, coming off of Chain Reaction, where they managed to take those tag team titles from Chie and from Yukiko, the Twin Dragons. They now get the chance to defend them at Full Throttle. Can they do so successfully? We'll have to see. Queen's got this right. I don't know. There's a chance. There's a 50-50 chance the Queen has this tonight. They weren't successful in tag team action against Yuffie and Yor. Can Queen win it when it's one-on-one? Will one half of the champs get it done? Or can Yuffie pick up the victory? We are underway. As Yuffie straight out the gate. A little dragon screw and quickly into the cover. Often shown as the no-nonsense Bronze Brains combo of the team for Scarlet Justice. Going up against the Final Fantasy Ninja in Yuffie. A little Enziguri there by Queen. These two, I wouldn't call Yuffie the striker of Pretty Lethal. I kind of say that both of them, both Yor and Yuffie, are strikers in their own right. But we know how dangerous they can be. Not just because of the fact that they are named Pretty Lethal, but because of their dominance in the ring drop kick from the springboard position. It is the ninja that lives in the winner's circle. Yuffie Kisaragi taking on Queen in this matchup, turning Yuffie over. Setting up into a drop kick, but again, this time Yuffie getting out of the way of that drop kick. But Queen returning that favor, turning right back around. Off the ropes, and a drop kick this time connects flush on the dome. Okay, I think Queen was trying to go up top. Yuffie snatched her down, put her on the ropes, and then dropped her. But I think celebrating a little too early because Queen's right there. But Yuffie just a step faster. Back suplex. And rages up. Does Yuffie, but gets tripped up by the Phantom Thief and dropping Yuffie into the mat below. Let's see if either team can get some momentum, says Leia, our ace reporter. And Queen flying in, hits that drop kick. Again from that springboard position. And now Queen, a little eye rake. Little rake to the face of Yuffie there. Send off the ropes underneath. Over top, Queen looking to do things a little differently tonight. Taking on Yuffie. They know that they're going to have a tough test at Full Throttle. So Queen's got to get all the momentum she can and might have been able to do that with that Phantom Thief driver. But no resiliency. It's a kick out at 2 by Yuffie. Now could be setting up here for that Fist of Justice. Directly into the cover, that punch right to the head, and Yuffie has to burn resiliency, and it has been all Queen in this matchup. Kick to the back, but Yuffie right back up, saying, I'm not going to go down this easily. Might look to capitalize. Hits that Wu-Tai whirlwind, that tornado kick. But Queen now kicking out at 2. Did not have resiliency to burn and did not need it. Yuffie now, we're going to turn this thing back into her favor. Knee right to the face. Kind of makes me wonder if Queen's the one keeping the Thieves calm after Joker's odd behavior. Yeah, honestly, I think if there is anybody who's keeping them calm after what the World Joker and Akechi have been doing, it is Queen. As a leg drop hit by Yuffie. It's been in favor of the tag champ right now, but Yuffie's looking to bring this whole thing back. Right around, and a knee drop right to the head. Queen almost stunned. Looking to mount this comeback. Yuffie up top. Went for the frog splash, but nobody home. Either them or Morgana. I don't know if I trust Morgana. But Queen might be looking to put the finishing chapters of this book here. Set up, raged up, and hits the Queen's Judgment. Right into those ropes, right into the cover. And whoop, okay, never mind actually. Not just yet. Yuffie kicking out of the Queen's Judgment. Okay. Yuffie still got a little bit more fight left in her system, and Queen, third time's the charm. No, not third time's the charm. More like third time's the charm for Yuffie. Gets out of that way of that drop kick from the springboard. But Yuffie quickly into the roll-up. Could try to steal this one here. Kick out at 2 by Queen. Queen's been bringing this all back, and a fireman's carry right into a spine buster. The Phantom Thieves have Wonder as their leader. Fair enough. Different world, but you know what, fair. Queen, oh! Tried to run at Yuffie, but instead caught a knee to the face for her troubles. Climbing up to the top ropes, might be looking for that frog splash again. This time, it lands. Caught all of it, and Yuffie's built up another finisher and goes to the outside right where On is as well, saying, watch this. Knee to the face, but Queen out of the way. Off the ropes, and a back body drop from Queen, and Yuffie might have just got the wind knocked out of her from that back body drop, but it wasn't enough to put her down. She kicks out at 2. Queen, you gotta be thinking, Queen's gotta be thinking, what on earth do I need to do to put this girl away? Busted her open, but Yuffie might have just been able to get fired up from that one. Hits the Shinobi Strike quickly into the cover from out of nowhere. Queen's got a burn resiliency. And it's an even fight. It is anybody's match. She's putting in her all. She is not giving up and trying to make sure Queen gives up right now. And quickly into the cover. But a kick out at 2 by Queen. This has been an even contest between these two as a moonsault lands from Yuffie. Has that signature, and Queen tried to go for that kick, but Yuffie, wise to it, stopped it from happening in a sling blade. And Yuffie could be calling for Queen to get up. Goes to the top ropes, and a cross body from Yuffie. Has that signature still, and looking for the kunai, that standing Sharanu, and Queen stunned. Yuffie's got the perfect positioning for that Wutai whirlwind. And Queen might have just been knocked out cold. Advantage challengers. Mounting the comeback was Yuffie, and Queen goes down. It started out all in favor of Queen with those fists of justice, with that Queen's Judgment. But Yuffie wasn't going down easily. The challengers claim the first bit of momentum there was that Shinobi Strike, caught it out of nowhere. And yeah, after burning resiliency, Queen just could not get any momentum back into the match. It almost seemed like she was just out of gas. Seemed like she just didn't have anything left in the tank, as a Shinobi Strike was hit earlier, hit that kunai and set up in perfect position. Got that kick ready and landed flush with it. Wutai Whirlwind. The pressure now is on On. Can she even up the momentum later? Or will it be a full advantage in favor of the challengers as we head to full throttle? Full 50-50 on the pole as well. But it's Yuffie who gets it done. If they are half as good as this, then it's going to be rough for both sides. It sure will be rough for both sides. Come full throttle, we'll have to see what On and Yor can do later on tonight. But we move on to some tag team action. It is the best of 7 series. It is match 6. It is Extreme Rules. Speed Force. True Style. Hello, just getting ready for my fight with Chaos? Absolutely, get ready for that, Estelle, because your fight with Chaos is after this fight right now. Speed Force versus True Style. I want y'all to remember, and I'm actually going to put it in the poll just so y'all can remember this. Speed Force is currently up 3-2 in the standings. Absolutely, Mr. You are correct. True Style needs to win here if they want to force match 7. It is going to come down to this. Can Speed Force, can Sonic and Shadow close it out? Or will we see a match 7? It is Extreme Rules. It is Ken and Ryu versus Sonic and Shadow. So, let's go ahead and turn up the voltage. Extreme Rules, weapons are 100% legal. Let's turn up the voltage for this match. Here we go.
The following contest is a
Ken and Ryu
match. And at a combined weight
look
of 394 pounds.
to even up the score.
And Root the Dragon. Weapons of mass destruction.
Ken and Ryu need this win tonight. They got the win last week. They need it again tonight. If they can do it, well, then we'll get a match 7 at Full Throttle. I mean, we're going to get match 7 regardless at Full Throttle, but it'll all depend. Will it be Speed Force has already won it, or will it be a complete and utter tie game? Well, Sonic and Shadow, they're looking to put a stop to that tonight. Here they are. It's Speed Force. And y'all know what time it is. It's time to get running. Sonic and Shadow, they picked up, it is one fall, you are correct. It is a one fall matchup in this Extreme Rules match. Sonic and Shadow, they fell behind early at Chain Reaction. They fell behind 1-0 to True Style. Then they ended up winning 3 matches in a row. They were unsuccessful last week. They need to be successful tonight to end it, or it'll go to match 7. Let's see if they can. Here we go. Bobby, call this matchup. Let's go. Early doors, Speed Force is taking it straight to him. They know what is on the line. Float over into a reverse DDT by Sonic. A backstabber, though, by Ryu. Little ground and pound, and True Style trying to take the momentum back. Early doors, moonsault from Ken. The distance with that one. They've splintered off now. Sonic against Ryu, Ken against Shadow. But now Sonic looking to save his tag team partner. Ken tried to go for the kick, and then Sonic just like, no, you know what? Actually, I'm just going to go back over here, and I'm going to go after Ryu again. You have fun with that. DDT to Ken. And a ripcord knee from Sonic right to Ryu. Quickly, though, Ryu gets out of it. Not even a count of 1. Ryu jumping to the outside. Sonic tried to go for that drop kick to no avail. As Ken working away. Ryu's got a trash can. The first weapon brought out in this fight. Looking to take out the trash. But Shadow with a little shining wizard. Ken Taking it to the... Dang, Ryu did get busted open. You're right. You're right. He is busted open already. I can see that now. Holy crap. That was a quick bust open. Yeah. As Ryu sending Shadow into the apron. As Sonic is stunned early doors and Ryu sending Shadow back in the ring. Ken calling for Sonic to get up, but he actually isn't getting up. So Ken's like, you know what? Let's just go for it. But did not land that elbow. What, is he made of jelly now? Hey, he is a street fighter. I wouldn't be shocked. Rolling through into a neck breaker by Shadow. Getting ready to enjoying the crazy out there. Fair enough chaos. Welcome into you. Doing that best of 7 series right about now. Drop kick. Roll through into that drop kick from Sonic. But Ken right there to intercept. And big kick to the gut as Ryu, I think Shadow grabbed a chair and Ryu knocked it out of his hands. Brings the chair into the ring as Ken focusing in on Shadow with those combos. Right to the face, quickly into the cover, and Sonic right there to break it up. And now Sonic's busted open. Knee to the face, that busted open the blue hedgehog. And, okay. Alright, Sonic, just casually pulling out an attitude adjustment for no reason. But Ken connecting with that Shinryuken, that Inzaguri, off of the knee of Sonic. And Shadow was preoccupied, but Sonic does not burn resiliency. He kicks out at 2. Shadow now looking to fly in. Drop kick, down goes Ryu, and he's stunned. Quickly into the cover as Ken brings a ladder into play. But it's a kick out at 1 by Ryu. Ken now grabbing that kendo stick, and now Sonic gonna have to contend with both members of True Style at the same time. I would say that until Ken is actually just, gone to the outside and whacking Shadow with that steel chair over and over again. Shadow, what? Man hit a torpedo Moscow out there? Excuse me? And Ryu landing that Shinku driver, that Fisherman Buster, but Sonic right back up, and those combos. It is currently in favor of True Style, and Sonic with that Pele kick. As Shadow bringing a table into play, but Ken sends him into the barricade. Face first goes Shadow. Sonic grabs a kendo stick. Dropping Ken as Ryu kicking Sonic from on the top. Kick right to the face. Ken, now actually just grabbing the table and whacking Shadow with it. Grabbing the table again, now sends it into the ring. Sonic waiting for Ryu. Remember, Sonic can hit that blue blur out of absolutely nowhere. We've seen him hit it on Ryu a ton. Ken in the ring, he's raged up. But I don't think he's noticed Shadow just creeping up behind him. Rolls him up here. Shadow trying to quickly steal this thing, but Ken immediately out of it. Said that's not going to do. That's not going to put me down. And there is that Shinryuken once again. And Ryu trying to preoccupy Sonic, and he kicked him right in the face. And Shadow has to burn resiliency. Wait, that was the finisher though from Ryu. That was that Hashogeki kick, and both members of Speed Force have burned resiliency. Yo, they had a plan. Ken and Ryu had a plan right there. They said, if I'm going to take one down, let's take down the other. As Shadow, though, connecting with that rolling code breaker. Ken with a little side effect, though. Trying to buy his partner a little bit of time. But now having to contend with Sonic on the outside. Oh, dang, little standing, twisting, shooting star. Yeah, True Style looking there like they're about to win, heading into this momentum right about now. But a neck breaker by Shadow. I think Ryu accidentally hit Ken when he went for that springboard move. I think I did see that. I think Ryu kicked Sonic, which sent him spiraling backwards into Ken. So I'm not sure if that's considered miscommunication or if that's just the weight of Sonic being set. What the heck was that, Ryu? Man whiffed and nothing. Shadow just completely Samoa Joe'd the man. Ken taking that kendo stick away from Shadow, and a shot right to the head of Sonic. Backed up though, and thought he was going for that blue blur, but instead Ken with that forearm. I want Speed Force to win because I think it being for it all is awesome. It'd actually be the other way around, Leia. If Speed Force wins, the series is over. If True Style wins, then we get a match 7. So now I don't know. Who knows who might be able to pull off this win right about now, because it looks like Speed Force is trying to bring this thing back. No, you're good. We all have those mistakes once in a while. We all have those little missteps. I have those missteps all the time. Ken climbing up to the top ropes, flies in. Oh no! Okay, well, we talked about it a second ago. That was a complete miscommunication because Ken dropped Ryu on accident. And Sonic hits that blue blur. He also had 3 finishers for about 2 seconds. Misstep. What's a misstep? Never had one. Okay, sure, man. Shadow sending Ken back into the ring as Sonic with those sledgehammer shots to Ryu. And now Ken could be in trouble right about now because he's been caught again with another blue blur. Cover on Ken, and that is resiliency. Burns. Sonic and Shadow have themselves a target, and Sonic's gone up top. But Ken up on his feet. I think he was looking for that spin dash. But Ken was up before he could land it. These teams are making a little bit of a banger right about now. I absolutely agree with that one. Shadow lifting Ryu up on his shoulders, hits him with the chaos control, but Ken at the same time with the flame wheel right to Sonic, and was wise to break that pin up, saving Ryu from having to burn resiliency, but Shadow drops him. And Ken doing the smart thing, rolls to the outside, knows that Ryu was on the outside as well. If they were able to get a little bit of an advantage there, it could have been all over for him as Shadow with a splash right to Ryu. Now everybody's spilling to the outside. Sonic and Ryu both still have a finisher. Yep, the only person that still has resiliency in this fight is Ryu, as Sonic, I think he might have been trying to set Ryu up for that blue blur again, but he ran out of stamina. And that allowed Ryu to capitalize and grabs the steps and hits him in the back of the head with them. Ken grabbing the sledgehammer. And actually just, never mind, Shadow climbed up. Wait, Ken grabbed him, he sent him through the table. Grabbed Shadow and hit him with a power bomb and sent him through the table. And there's that kick right to Sonic, but Shadow back up in the nick of time, stops Ryu from going for the pin. Doesn't land the Tope Atomico, but still stops him. Big kick from Ryu, and that stuns Shadow, who burns Iron Jaw, and now Sonic is all alone, landing that Sonic boom right to Ken, quickly into the cover, but Ryu's there. Ryu's there to break it up, sends him off the ropes, but now Ken's on the outside. It's just Ryu and Sonic in the ring. It's no falls count anywhere either. It has to happen inside of the ring. Double axe handle is avoided. Counter by Ryu, out of the way, and Sonic got the distance he needed, hit the blue blur, and he landed right on the sledgehammer with it. And Shadow stopping Ken from breaking up the pin, and that's forced Ryu to burn. And quickly into the cover, off that move, but Ken kicks out at 2. It's not over just yet. No resiliency is left on anyone. Shadow spins the arm and drops him down. Ryu's got 2 injuries. Shadow and Sonic both with one. Oh, wait a minute, that kick into, there it is, the Shinryuken right to Shadow, and Ryu's got Sonic down on the outside, hitting him with those sledgehammers. Stop them, and True Style have tied it up. Both of them had a finisher. If they hit and take out the teammate, it's over. That's exactly what they did. We will see a decisive match 7 at Full Throttle. It's gonna be winner take all. Winner take all. Call them the Golden State Warriors because they made that comeback. The 7th match will be on Sunday at Full Throttle. And I just got a text from the GM as well to even up the stakes even more, to make it even bigger. That match 7, it will be 2 out of 3 falls. And the winning team will be the #1 contenders to the Tag Team Championships.
Here are your winners,
Ken and Ryu pick up the win tonight. We will see 7. And the winner will be the #1 contenders to the Tag Team titles right after Full Throttle. The GM certainly knows how to make things exciting. They sure do. Ken and Ryu get the win. 62% on True Style, 38 on Speed Force. And they get the job done. Congratulations to Ken and to Ryu for picking up the win in match 6. We'll see you 7. As now, we move on to the next match in the night. Am I here in time for Chaos's match? You sure are in the right time. You gotta interview them all. You know what, Leia? Go ahead and find the time to interview them all. But up next, yeah, the 7th match should be very interesting. Up next, we got ourselves a little run back from Chain Reaction. It is the Iron Heart champion Estelle Bright going one-on-one with Chaos. Those two went at it in the finals of the Ironheart Championship Tournament, and it saw Estelle pick up the victory and win the title. Can she pick up a second victory over Chaos, or will Chaos manage to even up the scoring? Let's do this again. Let's do it. Let's do this again. Let's turn up the voltage and get into this match. And Estelle already in the ring, ready to go. Estelle. Yo, that's not. Wait, March! What? March, what are you. March! What the heck? March is just laying out Chaos. The referee called for the bell. What? March, what in the world? I guess there's... Well, shoot. The referee called for the bell. Sorry, y'all gotta enter poll. I gotta enter poll. There's no match. March wanted first dibs. There's no match. And they're just brawling. They're just brawling out here. March wanted some first dibs at the title. Remember, didn't get pinned in that Fatal 4-Way Contenders match that saw Becky win it. It was Susie who tapped out to the disarmer. And now we're just getting a fight. March probably thinking she should have earned that title shot against Estelle. And now just taking it. So is this a brawl? Should we get security? This is just a brawl. We'll let them get it out of their system. We'll let them get it out of their system. Because clearly March has got some reason to do this. Like I said, probably feeling like they were snuffed out of an opportunity. And now trying to take one for herself by taking out the champion before a match. Dang, man. We ain't even gonna get the run back. March now calling for Estelle to get up and just chopping away, but the champ fighting back. Back and forth these two go. And listen, I mean, in a sense, I don't blame March. She was robbed out of her opportunity. She did have that match won on so many occasions. Estelle, what were you doing? March had that match won on so many occasions, that Champions Contenders match, and wasn't even the one pinned in it. But Estelle looking to show why she's the champion, locking in that bracer's hold. But March right out of it. She wanted to seize her moment herself and could be looking to do that. I mean, the thing is, Estelle doesn't actually have a challenger for Full Throttle. We had the title match already. Estelle does not have an opponent for Full Throttle. I'm not sure if that's what March's aim is. Trying to get the shot at Full Throttle? I'm not sure. But right now, Estelle looking to take it to her, but countered the finisher. And these two just going at it some more. March, little forearms. You could have Estelle and Chaos find March and a partner for choosing. I mean, that might happen, but we got Full Throttle on Sunday. So we gotta have, like, Estelle's gonna have to defend that championship. And I'll be honest, with this, I don't know. I'm not sure if Estelle's gonna wanna give March the chance or not. We'll have to figure out from Estelle. I don't know if it's in the chat or after the show. I'm not sure. But March is now just laying waste to Estelle. Seems like the most scariest March is. Yeah, she has not been this dangerous before, and puts her in the corner and leaves her there. And says, you can wait in that corner because I'm going to get my title shot. Yeah, there it was. I mean, that wasn't exactly March. That was not Evernight. That was just March. Attacked her from behind before the match could start, ignoring the referee's orders to stop. Fighting continued after the match had been called off. Fighting, the animosity between these two may not end even after their big match. Dang. We're going to have to hear from Estelle. I'm sure she's going to have something to say. And that might need to be resolved. It might need to be resolved at Full Throttle. I'm not going to lie. But I guess now we just move on. We just move on now. Dang. March really wants that shot. Is she going to get it? Maybe. But now we've gotta move on. Really, you know where I'm from. Attacking someone like that's asking to get your head caved in with the business side of my staff. Dang! Okay, well, first off, that's crazy. But second off, Estelle, I can kind of sense where you're going with this. I'm certain that you are probably going to want to get your hands on March. Am I correct in assuming so? I personally wouldn't give someone a shot at my title if they attack me from behind. They didn't earn a shot and they shouldn't be rewarded. But it's not my title or choice. I mean, fair. That is fair enough. I can see March versus Chaos versus Estelle, since Chaos is definitely at least somewhat peeved in March too. I could see that as well. I mean, that's up to the champ. That's up to the champ. Estelle just defended in a triple threat as well. So I'm not sure. But, hey. Not my call to make. That'll be up to Estelle and up to the GM. So we'll get in to the next matchup. From one mid-card champion, from one champion to the next. It is the Intercontinental Champion. He's in action. It is Akihiko taking on the man. You know, okay, to find this, do this triple threat extreme rules. That way we both can teach that pink-haired dummy what happens when you ruin a match. Huh. Hey, listen, if y'all want to do that, y'all want to do that, go talk to the GM. If y'all are okay with that, y'all want to do that, y'all can go ahead and talk to the GM about it. Estelle, Estelle, you did just defend in a triple threat. Are you again? I'm on the same side as Leigh here. Are you sure? Are you sure you want to defend in another triple threat? Either way, we'll get the answer in a second. Right now, it's Akihiko taking on the man who's cashing in his chain together gauntlet match win at Full Throttle inside of the Elimination Chamber. It's Kaito Momota. Who gets the momentum heading into Chain Reaction? We'll see the other 4 competitors inside that chamber. It'll be Kaito, Akihiko, and Ryan opening Gildarts, and Saya. Set for later on tonight. But right now, we're getting some one-on-one action. It's Kaito versus Akihiko. Let's turn up the voltage and get into it. Seems we got that official now. Second triple threat defense for Estelle. Could very well be the case. And here comes the luminary of the stars, Kaito Momota. I'm aware of that, thank you, and honestly, even if I lose the title, I'll show March what happens when you make me angry. Opening, watching this very closely as well. It'll be Kaito Momota right about now. This man getting himself that win at Chain Reaction and said, you know what? I felt a little inspired by Samus. I want to cash in my shot at Full Throttle inside of the chamber. I want to fill that chamber spot up and take to the stars with all 5 competitors. Akihiko, we gotta train together sometime. I got a bear that's been pissing me off recently. It needs a lesson. Jay, when have you fought a bear? Actually, you know what? Don't answer that question. I don't want to know. Kaito Momota, good luck to you. You have no idea how long I've been waiting to have Estelle use that annoyed gimmick. That's freaking the emote. I said gimmick, emote. Anyways, here comes the Intercontinental Champion, Akihiko Sanada. The man who defeated Modest in the finals of the Intercontinental Championship tournament to win that title. We haven't seen him since he won that championship, and now, I guess from him, he's been training in the woods. And now, he said, I'm ready to step back in, I'm ready to defend my title inside of the chamber. Akihiko, good luck to you. You're facing off against a resilient man in Kaito Momota. Here we go. And they lock up to start this matchup. I've not only fought a bear, I killed it. You what? Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna question that. Not gonna question. As these two locking up once again. And now it's Akihiko. This time pushing Modest. Modest. It's Kaito into the corner. I was talking about Modest earlier. And dang, these two lock it up again. For a third time. This time Akihiko pushing him away. Sends him off the ropes underneath. And a double foot stomp from the luminary of the stars. Akihiko, I think, tried to pounce Kaito, turn that around, tried to go for the drop kick. But Akihiko there. Kuma from Tekken is afraid. Uh-oh. I'm here, and okay, who annoyed Estelle? Hey, Joshua. So Estelle was, you know how Estelle was supposed to fight Chaos tonight? Well, somebody decided to not have that happen. Oh my gosh, Superman punch from Akihiko. Yeah, March 7th decided, hey, I'm not going to have that happen. I'm just going to take out Estelle and have that match not happen. That's what happened. Kaito looking for a slam, but Akihiko turning the pressure and landing with his whole body weight onto Momota, and a little ground and pound and busting Kaito open. And what's good? What's good, DJ? How you doing, man? Welcome on in. And a forearm to the face by Kaito. A little neck crank from Kaito. To Akihiko takes him down. And the champion now looking a little worse for wear. Oh boy, even I know making Estelle's mad not the best idea. It isn't exactly. And now he's raging up. Raging up early and sets up a little tope atomiko. I think was trying to go up top. Instead, Akihiko stopping him and now a couple shots to the face and sends Kaito down. And now he's looking to fly a little cross body. These two throwing hands indeed. I'd like to see what she can do when angry. We'll have to see what Estelle can do when she do be angry. Climbing up. Top goes Akihiko. And a little insane elbow drop. Getting the height on that one. Does the champion. And now locking in a little submission, but Kaito right out of that one. Long story short, I was on a camping trip. Bear ended up trying to ruin my fun. Uh-oh, and you choked. Okay. You know what? That's fair. You and Akihiko share a chest scar, I guess. He got one of those as well. And a moon landing right to the chest by Kaito. Delivered to the chest of Akihiko. But it is not resiliency from the champ. Little swing blade though from Kaito. And look at that. He's smiling as well. He said, this is just some fun for me. I'm having a blast here. Putting Akihiko into the corner. But counters that one. Taking him down. Akihiko with a couple forearm palm strikes to the face. And locking in that champion's pride arm bar. But Kaito right out of that one early doors. Chops and punches from Akihiko, sweeping the leg, takes him down. Tried to pounce him again, but Kaito had the wherewithal to move himself out of the way and sending Sanada into the corner, looking for that cosmic impact directly into the turnbuckle. That lawn dart sending him face first, quickly into the cover. But Akihiko does not burn resiliency again. And now, trying to set him up, he said, if that's not going to burn resiliency, this will. The other side connects from Kaito quickly into the cover. And this time, it's resiliency from Akihiko. And Kaito has just kept up the pressure. It's what you got to do against the Intercontinental Champion. Drop kick delivered right to the face. Kaito, with blood in his eyes, still looking to put the champ down before Full Throttle, climbing up and calling for him to get up. Luminaria, the star, is looking to take flight. Lands that drop kick again. Akihiko this time rolls out of the way, and an exploder suplex. Currently taking it to the champion, might get himself a free title shot. Hey, listen, he's got the title shot already at the chamber. But hey, could get himself a one-on-one if he can capitalize on this one. But Akihiko, oh, never mind. Total Akihiko knockout. The TAKO straight to Kaito. But this time it's Kaito who doesn't burn resiliency. We don't call him the most resilient superstar in the AWE for a reason. We call him the most resilient AWE I'm losing my voice. I can talk, y'all. Little arm drag from Akihiko. Yeah, pinning the champ himself still means something. Falls short of the chamber. He might get himself another shot. But Kaito looking to do that right now. Hit that supernova spin, and he's got him in prime positioning. Could get himself another opportunity indeed. Scoop slam from Kaito. But hey, look at that. Akihiko not stunned anymore, but it might not matter in a second. Looking to, oh, he's looking to call him up. Going from distance, moon landing, standing style this time around. Into the cover on the champion, and Kaito has pinned the Intercontinental Champion going into Full Throttle. Akihiko did not make it easy, but Kaito stayed on the pressure from the start. That's why he earned himself this opportunity. Now with a man like him entering the chamber, is this going to be the sight we see after Full Throttle? Will Kaito Momota get the chance and win the Intercontinental Championship? Builds a lot of momentum for Kaito. Can Akihiko come back from it? I wouldn't put it past him to do so. I know Akihiko, he's going to want to be looking at the tapes. He's going to want to be training over the course of the rest of this week to get a little bit back there. Hit that total Akihiko knockout. And yeah, opening's got to be ready as well. Might be able to take the chance if he's fighting later on tonight and gets that number 6 spot in the chamber. And it took that moon landing from the top rope to a standing Akihiko to put the champ down. Kaito with the blood in his eyes. The second he started bleeding, the man said, it's time for me to show you what I've got. And what I've got is the chance to be champion on Sunday. Congratulations to Kaito. It was 80% on Akihiko, 20 on Kaito. Kaito with a little bit of an upset here on the champion. A victory for this man. Not often do you see Akihiko in a losing position. An impressive performance from Kaito Momota as we move on in the night. And now it's time. We've got ourselves a championship match. The GWE World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Who will go to Full Throttle and face off against the Ringmaster? Will it be Izuku Midoriya, or will it be the man that the Ringmaster has had his sights on? Jay Warland. Jay better hope he's never been in any streets lately. Jay, please destroy my classmate. Thank you. Apologies for lack of appearances late. Brace your business. Nah, don't worry about that, Joshua. Don't worry about that. You got things that you need to do, and that is all right by me. So, who walks away champion? Will it be Jay Warland? Or will we see a new champion is in Deku? Remember, Deku pinned Jay one-on-one to get the shot. That is the only match that Jay has lost since showing up in the GWE. You gotta think that's on the mind of Jay. But you also gotta think that's on the mind of Deku. Can he do it again? Or will Jay be ready for him this time? I hope Deku's ready. He seemed nervous. So does this. Yeah, it does become Deku become... If Deku wins this thing, it does become Deku versus the Ringmaster. Will Jay and the Ringmaster get what they want, or will Deku upset the champion and defend the title instead? We'll have to find out. So let's find out as we turn up the voltage for this title match. Here we go. Akihiko did take the pin. Kaito has his chance. He's already inside of the chamber. We don't know when Kaito will be inside of that chamber. But who knows? He could be our champion. And here comes the challenger to the GWE World Heavyweight Championship. It is Izuku Midoriya. It is Deku. The hero from Heroes Academy has arrived in style. As I get a quick sip of water. Delicious. I did already. Deku. The man who has pinned Jay Warland. The only man to pin Jay Warland in the GWE. Will he keep that momentum going tonight? Or will the champion get what he wants? Erase that loss from the record and make sure he can beat Deku this time around when the title's on the line. Opening's fighting the match for a shot in the chamber. He's already... Oh no, not exactly, Cats. They're already in the chamber. All four of them are in the chamber. But the winner of that fatal four-way, that'll happen a little bit later on tonight, will get the final spot inside of that chamber. The fullest and best advantage going into that elimination chamber. You come out number 6, it means you're the freshest man in the match. So there's a lot to gain from that fatal four-way elimination match we'll see later on tonight. Enters the chamber match itself last. He's already in the match. All four of them are in the match. But entering last gives you a big advantage. But right now, the advantage could be in Jay's corner if he can defend the title mere days before he defends it again against the Ringmaster. Can he do that, or is Deku gonna put a stop to all the plans that both Jay and the Ringmaster have? That's what we find out tonight. The championship is on the line. It's Jay, and it's Deku for the title.
Introducing the challenger from Yamaguchi, Japan, weighing in at 225 pounds, Midoriya.
looking to pick up a second victory over Jay and this time get the title. Warlord of Wrestling looks to put a stop to it. Ready to watch the Last Chance qualifier later. I'm curious as to who I'm likely dying to. I mean fighting in the chamber. Dang, Moon. Okay. Nah, you gotta get some confidence in yourself. Yeah, you gotta deal with the Ryan Shogun, but like, you got yourself into that shot. You got yourself into the chamber for a reason. We'll have to find out who you deal with, though, as we get to that in our main event. But right now, Bobby holding that championship up high. That's what's on the line right now. The GWE World Heavyweight Championship. It's Deku. It's Jay. It's one-on-one. Here we go. And Jay starting out immediately. He did not give him a second to breathe. Going straight after Deku. Hit that clothesline to the back of the head. And now a little combination from him. And look at Jay. He is all business. Ground and pound. Forearms right to the face of Deku. This man is not slowing down. Went for the crossbody, but Deku straight out of the way of that one. Into a kick to the back of the head. Not to the back of the head, to the front of the face. Right in the dome. It was a back kick. But a counter again from Jay. I do promise you I'll try to outlast Makima. Ain't no one need that outcome. You know what? I respect you for that one. Into the cover. And a kick out by Deku. Flips it there into a headbutt by Jay. Just a raw headbutt. Straight down onto the green hair of Deku. A little combinations from Deku. Oh, I thought he was going for a white noise. Instead, turn that thing around and drop Jay. And now tossing him to the side. Pre-chamber nerves? Hey, fair enough. Everybody gonna have those nerves when we get the full throttle. But Jay, oh my gosh. He might not have no nerves here against Deku right now. He just tossed that man. And y'all know what he likes to do from there. That power bomb. And if he's gonna do it once, he gonna lift you up and he gonna do it again. That's the second time. And if he feels like it, I think he was going to do it a third time, but Deku, wise to it, he said, no, I can't let that happen. Kipped up before he could go for a third. We are at a count of 9, and Deku slides back into the ring, or steps back into the ring. Jay jumping back into the ring right before the count of 10. A little grappling position there. Jay went for a clothesline. Deku out of the way and landed that drop kick. Little dipsy doodle around the ring and then landed that drop kick right onto the face of Jay. Then that DDT taking him straight down. Deku, he's beaten Jay before. Like I said before, the only man to do so. In any type of match. Jay's not been pinned in tag action, in triple threat action, in singles action. This man's only been pinned once, and that is by Deku. Jay looks to make sure that doesn't happen again. Grabbing him by the back of the head and sends Deku into the corner. Puts him to turn him around and put him in the corner. Most everyone here is a good wrestler. A lot of people here are a very good wrestler. They do really well in the wrestling ring. And Deku hit that Delaware toss, that exploder suplex right to Jay. But he kicked out at 2. And y'all know, when Deku goes to that corner, he could be thinking Detroit Smash, but Jay stopping him from going for it. And stepped just a little bit out of the way to make sure Deku couldn't land that moonsault attempt. But took a little too much time, and Deku makes him pay for it. Drop kick to the outside. Flips him over, hits that knee drop again. I saw the beginning of the show, starting to think the Ringmaster's hiding some inner demons. Very much so. There were a lot of other things that showed up with the Ringmaster in wherever in the world he was. I don't know where it was. It was not an arena inside of the GWE. That I know for sure. It wasn't underground. It wasn't anywhere. I don't know where that was. It was pitch black, too. Like, dang. Oh, went for that neck breaker from the top, but Jay swatted him away before he could land it. And a dragon suplex. Just dropped Deku on his head. Did we get a camera inside of the Ringmaster's head? I don't know. I don't think we did. I'm not sure if that's inside of his head or not. I don't know where that is. It seemed like it might have been, but I don't know. Deku sending Jay off the rope. No, countered by Jay into a wheel kick. Little rolling wheel kick there from Jay. Almost like a beauty shot-esque move. And now Deku calling for him to get up, sends him off the ropes. You know, if he gets that distance, went for the Detroit smash and did not connect with it. Jay, wise to avoid it, and made sure Deku could not land that power bomb. The feed got snagged or something? Hey, maybe. I don't know where that feed was. Kaz, you're the guy who knows all the cameras. I'm not sure where in the world it was. Oh, went for that forearm. Deku out of the way of it. Jay kicked right back up. And Deku, knees to the gut. Knees to the gut of Jay, and now he rages up. And Deku going to the corner, but I think a little too close. Went for the moonsault. Jay stopped him from doing so and hits a drop kick to the back of the head. And now, Deku put himself in perfect position for Jay because he had his signature built up. He sets him up for that Warlord Wrath, that spear into the belly to belly. Into the cover. Deku kicked out at 2. Did not have resiliency to do so. And now Jay's got 2 finishers. 2 finishers at the ready. Could be a warpath away from making sure Deku stays down. Went for it. And Deku this time with the counter. Countered out of that warpath attempt. And Jay grabbed him out of the corner and then landed that clothesline. Picking himself back up and drops him with another. But still holding on to that arm, said, I'll get you with a third one. 3 to Deku, and now goes to the corner. Might be, no, not the warpath, instead hits a knee. Right to the face of Deku. Grabbing him, but Deku stopping that from landing. Whatever he was going for, and a forearm right to the face of Jeff. Deku goes to the corner. If you think he's sent up, but I think he's sent up. But Jay got up before he could go for it and hits the warpath. Deku tried to get himself ready to line up for that Detroit smash. Jay said, nah, I'm the one who's going to hit my move. And Deku burns resiliency. Flies in, elbow drop from Jay. Calls for him to get up. Jay is looking to rewrite some history. Make sure that Deku doesn't get another chance at the title, and more likely, actually get the title, because this is for the championship. He got some distance with that elbow drop. And Deku, not done just yet, kicked out at 2 from that patella drop. Brain buster, and Jay picked up speed and hit that senton. Picking him up again, and there's that power bomb. Oh, wait, no, got him on the knees and hit a knee right to the face of Deku. We don't normally see Jay follow up by those power bombs with something else, but this time he did. And there's some ground and pound forearms right to Deku, and this is looking like a bloody pulp. He's beating Deku to a bloody pulp right about now. He can hit him again. Sent the Scatterbrain man out to smoke and check the footage. Okay, thank you, Kara. Thank you for doing that. Went for it. Went for that spear. But Deku had the wherewithal to push Jay out of the way and sent him into the metal part of the ramp. But Jay not done. Jay still fighting. Count of 9. And not looking to take the count out. He said, I am not ending this the coward's way. That might be what the Ringmaster could do. I'm not doing that. Which also, speaking of the Ringmaster, we gotta figure out what in the world a Circus Carnage match is. I don't know what that type of match is, but a Delaware toss lands from Deku. We'll find out what in the world that is later on. I'm sure the Ringmaster will tell us something. But Deku now goes to the corner. He's got 2 finishers lined up, looking for the Detroit Smash. Into the cover. Jay does not have resiliency built up. Doesn't need it. Does not need it. Kicked out at 2. Deku, moonsault. Jay out of the way of that attempt of a moonsault. Puts him in the corner. Clownery, that's what it is. Well, no duh. But I need to figure out like what the match fully is. Jay climbing up top here. What? Climbing. We don't see Jay go up top all that often. Looking to fly. Drop kick avoided by Deku. Caught the kick though. Jay turns him around. Hits him with the greatest weapon. And Deku has got 2 injuries on him. Jay retains the title. What a win for Jay. Wait a minute. The Ringmaster. Oh, Jay saw it coming. Jay saw it coming. A couple shots to the Ringmaster, and he sends him out of the ring. He sends him flying. You can't get this man. Takes him down. Consider those plans foiled. Tried to attack Jay after the match, and he did not get the chance to. Jay grabbing the championship and said, this is what you gotta deal with. This is what you gotta deal with at Full Throttle now, because you can't just sneak up on me and get the better of me this time. I'm ready for you, and I'm ready for Full Throttle. Welcome in, Jacob. How you doing? Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Jay Warland is still your champion. And the Ringmaster, pretty sure he has scurried up the ramp. He did not think that Jay would just be able to counter that one. Yeah, his chest is battered. His chest is battered and bruised right about now. But congratulations to Jay Warland, avenging his loss to Deku. But now we know it's Jay versus the Ringmaster at Full Throttle for the title in a Circus Carnage match. 62% of you on Jay, 38 on Midoriya. Jay retains the title. Pi, Ringmaster, this is what you're going to have to deal with at Full Throttle. It's going to be Jay versus the Ringmaster at Full Throttle for the title. What is Jay's win-loss record now? Let me look. That's the wrong win-loss record. That is the AWE one. Jay is now 8-1. Jay has lost 1 match. He is 8-1. That man cannot be beaten. He's only been beaten once. Completely absorbed by the opening of Monday Night Raw. Hey, you know what? Fair enough. Monday Night Raw nobody starts at the same time as us anyways. But right now, it's time for the other half of the tag team champions for the women to go at it. It is. If he beats the Ringmaster, it means he has won 9 out of his first 10 matches. Indeed. Can he do that on Sunday? But right now, we're worried about another match at Full Throttle. It's Scarlet Justice versus Pretty Lethal. This time, it is Yor versus On. Can On pick up some much-needed momentum for the tag team champions, or will Yor make this very interesting going into Full Throttle? Let's find out. Will it be On? Will it be Yor as we turn up the voltage? Time for the other half of the tag team champs, or the tag teams, to go at it. And back out here again for a second time, it is Pretty Lethal. It is Yor, and it is Yuffie. I hope On wins for the Phantom Thieves. You know, you're starting to get a lot shaky with those comments, Dusk, and I'm a little concerned for you. No, I'm gonna be for real. I am a little bit concerned. But Right now, Yor and Yuffie look to bring all the momentum into their favor for Full Throttle. Yor, remember Yor pinned on in the triple threat tag team match when Scarlet Justice won the #1 contendership. To challenge the Twin Dragons at Chain Reaction for the titles. Can Yor do it again? Or will On be able to do what Jay did for Deku and rectify the loss? But here comes Scarlet Justice. It's On. It's Makoto. They're back out here again. This time it's Panther who's looking to do some damage for the Phantom Thieves. I wonder if it might have something to do with the Blood Boys. You know what? I'm not gonna question that. The thief who quite literally puts the Scarlet in Scarlet Justice. Panther. Now fighting after Queen, who really, let's be honest, did a great job earlier on tonight. Took the fight to Yuffie and had her on the ropes for a while, but it was the comeback from Yuffie that really turned things around and got her the win. Can On make sure that doesn't happen against Yor? Here we go. It's Yor. It's On. Here we go. And a kick straight away from Takamaki. Big kick to the side, to the face of Yor. And I think went for that DDT. Does Jay have the most wins on the roster? Yes. Yes, he does. He does have the most wins on the roster. Knee to the back of On from Yor. Grabbing at the leg and swinging down. Trying to do some damage to that leg. We know On using those legs a lot in her offense. But Yor trying to get her down early, quickly into the cover. Kick out of one. If only someone else did as well. Okay, Flair. Okay, y'all. Hold on, y'all. My gosh. I ain't gonna worry about that now. On, pushing Yor away. Runs in, went for, I think went for a little wheelbarrow type offense, but Yor out of the way of that one, sending On to the outside. Drop kick, and On goes crashing to the floor below. Turned over. But, oh, an elbow. Elbow from Panther, but gets caught again by Yor. Kicked right in the gut. And now, Yor going for a submission on the outside. Little inverted figure four. Locked in, but On quickly out of that one. We're at a count of 6. As Yor, the kick to the leg of On, sends her away. Picked her up again, count of 9. As Yor now grabbing On by the back of the head, tossing her into the ring. Not looking good to start off with from Panther. Yor has been dominant throughout the start of this matchup, but a drop kick is missed. On, taking a second to breathe. Knows she's got to start putting on some offense. Went for the kick, got countered. On, going to work with those kicks herself and a fall-away slam. Oh my gosh, and Yor's immediately using that adrenaline rush. Already has adrenaline in her soul. Crucifix into the cover. On, kicks out. Oh, went for the springboard move, and then Yor just kneed her in the back of the head. And On with a clothesline, though. Got back up and sent her out of the ring with that clothesline. Steps to the outside. On now, going to have to deal with that adrenaline rush bar. Knee to the gut, and then a kick to the top of the head. I love how everyone freaks out when their opponent uses adrenaline like it's worst case scenario. I mean, fair. And, oh, Yor with the height. Freaking flipped through with that one. Calls that the silent execution. And now climbs up to the top. Looking to fly in. But On was there. She wasn't groggy. She stopped Yor from flying before anything could happen and drops her. Face first onto the mat. Wait. On stealing the finisher. Stole the Thorn Princess, that dark matter, quickly into the cover. Yor kicking out at 2, like a thief in the night, stealing the finisher from Yor. Might have been perfect planning from Takamaki. And now goes to the middle ropes, has a finisher built up, turns around, moonsault. Right to Yor. Stole the finisher and broke the adrenaline bar at the same time. And now On turns her over. Oh, stomped on her there. And locking in an Inferno clutch. Submission locked in. We don't see On go for submissions all that often. But Yor out of that one. Quickly. Off the ropes by Yor underneath. Over top. Drop kick, single leg variety. And now, I think looking for that inverted figure 4, this time in the ring, and gets it locked in, trying to damage those legs of Panther, but immediately out of that one. Match in favor of the tag champ, just like last time. Is Yor going to be able to mount the comeback like Yuffie did, or will On be able to keep the momentum going? Yor could be in trouble. On's climbing up to the top ropes. Looking to fly. A Panther looking to take flight. Crossbody, but Yor out of the way of that one. Yor calling for On to get up. Now the springboard position. Drop kick lands. Has the finisher built up. And now looking to drag On away from the ropes. To set up for that Assassin's Embrace, that rear naked choke locked in on. She's in a world of trouble, nowhere near the ropes, but did not burn resiliency. I think Yor let it go. Goes to the middle ropes, and now calling for On to get back up. Shoulder tackle. And now, off the ropes, neck snap from Yor. Has a signature built up again. And setting up for that Red Room Rush. Straight to On. Goes for the cover. Might be able to burn resiliency on the champion. And does. Champ burns resiliency. And now locks in that Assassin's Embrace again. Odds nowhere near the ropes for a second time. And she has to tap. Advantage is fully in the favor of the challengers going in to Full Throttle. Again, just like Queen, On took advantage early. Stole the finisher, but Yor fought back and got the win. Is that going to be what we see at Full Throttle? They had to make a comeback twice in order to get the job done. Will they need another comeback to win the titles? Can Scarlet Justice get their A-game back? Or will we see new tag team champions? Is Jay the only champion to have won today? Yeah. Jay is actually the only champion to have won today. Locked it in. There was the Assassin's Embrace. And On, nowhere near the ropes, had no choice but to tap out to Yor. 33% on Yor, the other percentage on I ain't saying that one. Congratulations to Yor. Let's see if Pretty Lethal can win the tag team titles at Full Throttle. To be fair to Estelle, yeah, Estelle's match technically did not happen. So she didn't technically lose, but she didn't also win either. So, you know, that is fair. But we move on. In the night, it is time. Fatal 4-way elimination matchup. Winner earns number 6. The number 6 entrant in the Elimination Chamber. It is opening. It is Sayakiller. It is Ryan. And it is Gildarts. Actually, never mind. You're right. Thank you for reminding me, David. Jack actually has some words. I forgot about that part. Whoopsies. Jack, yeah, my bad. Honestly, I forgot about that. Jack's gotta be ready to go. Let me make sure the ring is clear for Jack. Because he has got some words to say. Let me quickly check with the crew if everything's ready. Ringside crew, we ready to go? Yeah? Okay. Awesome. I got a little earpiece, and they told me that the ring is ready to go. So, Jacksepticeye, the ring is yours. Here he comes. The man who's got a score to settle with dice. He has his own help in the form of his old buddy Markiplier, who showed up a little while ago, as in last week. They took on Joker and Akechi in tag team action. It was supposed to be Jack and David, but David was taken out backstage. I don't know by who. We still don't know by who. I would assume it was probably Joker and Akechi, but I am not sure. Either way, Jack was not happy about it, but he had a plan in the form of his good buddy Markiplier. And they got the win. But Jack, after the fact that after he left the arena, Joker and Akechi sprung an attack on Mark backstage. Jack saw it, he's not happy about it, and now he's got some words to say about all of that. Jack, the ring's yours, my friend. Grab that microphone and get yourself ready to go. Jack, the jacket's off, and the jacket's off too. He is ready. Grabs the mic, and here we go. What's he got to say? Well, shoot. He is all business tonight. First you attack me, then a Gaelic brethren, David, then you got the balls to attack my best friend. That's true, they did all those things. Well, okay, Jack. At least the centric is off. Joker, Akechi, and the purple-haired boy. You're not doing 3-on-2, are you? Jack, Mark, and someone else he made a phone call to. You made a phone call to somebody? He's here tonight. Well, that's a... Oh my gosh. Yo, there ain't no way. I recognize that tune. He is here. It's Mad Pat. Yo, that man's supposed to be retired from YouTube. That's Matt Pat. Jack, Mark, and Matt Pat versus Dice at Full Throttle. There he is. Matt Pat is here. It's not just a theory. He's arrived to the GWE. This is what you're dealing with. The three of us against the three of you. You best be ready for next week. They are gonna put. Wait! Ryan? What the? Dude, you're literally about to compete in a minute. Huh? Ryan! Y'all, that ain't right. What? We literally made sure that Dice wasn't gonna be out there. We made sure Dice wasn't gonna be out there. Ryan helped Dice before. It's another favor of the guy. Did he? Did he? I don't know. We're not even gonna be able to find out the answer right now. Because he's gotta compete. I don't know if this was planned. Or if this was just a spring in the moment action from Ryan. Is that a message to everybody in the chamber? I don't know. Is that just a message to everybody in the chamber for Ryan, or is that something more? You said Kokichi, Joker, and Akechi couldn't be there, not me. But more later, I have a match to get to. Joker joined him to a match at some point. He did. Okay. We're gonna need explanation from Ryan later on. We gotta get into a match. I got the poll up ready for y'all. Let's turn up the voltage. Let's get into it, I guess. Goodness gracious. Fatal 4-way elimination match time now. And here comes opening. Oh my god. Yeah, we did say that Kokichi, Joker, and Akechi couldn't be there. We said Dice couldn't be there to make sure that Jack, and who I guess now Matt Pat, was safe. I mean, I guess the main thing here is we've got a 3-on-3 match at Full Throttle. It's Jack, it's Mark, and it's Matt Pat against Joker, Akechi, and Kokichi. But are Jack and Matt Pat and Mark, are they all going to be 100%? Because Ryan just light them out. This is elimination, right? Yeah, no, this is an elimination match. Randy not with opening tonight. Opening wanted to do this on his own in this Fatal 4-way matchup, and here comes this man. From one headache to another, this man. The man who won his qualifying match against his buddy Loxus and then proceeded to decimate him after the match. Brutalized Loxus. Powerbombed him onto the apron several times over. Sent him into the barricade. Sent him into the ring post. We still have no answers from Gildarts. The only thing he said was nobody gets an answer. He knows what he did. If I remember correctly from what was said in the group chat. Okay, at least opening's ready to go, at least. Thank goodness for that. Gildarts out here now. We're going to have to see a lot of stuff. We're going to have to get some information out of him, out of Ryan, out of freaking so many people. I want that fake nice person gone. Dang. Flip. Why? Well, here comes Sayakiller. So many, a lot of information. We need a lot of information from a lot of people. But right now, the information we need to worry about at this point in time is who is getting that coveted number 6 spot in the Elimination Chamber. Sayakiller looks to get that shot. Because whoever can get in at number 6 in the Elimination Chamber, they've got themselves the best shot to win the Intercontinental Championship. Rooting for anybody but Gildarts. He attacked my boy Loxus. I ain't gonna let that slide. Loxus has a dedication to training fighting that I gotta respect. You attack him, I assume you're gonna say you mess with me or something like that. Saya, good luck to you. Let's see if he can pick up the win in this Fatal 4-Way elimination match. And then here he is. And then here he is. The man who we just saw, I can't even say the man, the ghost that we just saw recently. You attack a man that I respect, I don't let that slide. Fair enough. That's just normal fairy tale. See, on many occasions, I would agree with you. But I don't think they normally take it that far after a match. I get it if they do it, like, during a match. I get it if they do it, like, in training or something like that. But that was after a match, after the fight was over. He didn't need to do that. And he kicked Loxus in the balls. I admittedly don't care who wins as long as it's not that ghost. The ghost who we literally saw just a couple of minutes ago attack both MatPat and Jack. Chopped MatPat, dropped Jack on his head, and then dropped Jack on his head again with the neon lights. You said it best. By the way, beat that Ringmaster or Egomaniac or he'll let me be clear. This fiend. What? Okay, I mean, this is honestly, I see that from David. That makes a lot of sense. Men don't like that Ringmaster. He hates that Ringmaster just like Eggman hates that Sonic. And there's the part that we always get when the music cuts out and he just makes his entrance without it. And then it'll come back in and we'll be spooked again. Ghost coming back out for a second time. They're aura farming doing that. Out of all the things I expected you to say, I did not expect you to talk about aura farming. That's the one thing I did not expect you to talk about. But you know what? I shouldn't be surprised anymore. I shouldn't be surprised with what y'all are saying. Anyways, Fatal 4-Way elimination matchup. Winner gets number 6 in the Elimination Chamber. Will it be Gildarts? Will it be Opening? There's the music. Will it be Ryan? Or will it be Sayakiller? Not one fall to a finish. You gotta pin every single one of your opponents to get that spot. Excuse me. There he is. Saya. Yo, can we get the camera out of Saya, please? Please, can we get it out of him? Thank you. Fatal 4-Way matchup right now. Here we go. Who gets that coveted spot? Opening, Saya going out on one end. And Ryan and Gildarts on the other. All this, and I expect Gildarts to win no matter what, goes Flair. See, I don't know if I want to agree with you with that one. I mean, I don't agree with you with most things. I don't think most people don't agree with you with a lot of things, actually. Anyways, Saya went for that clothesline on Gildarts. Instead, grabbing him by the back of the head, counter though by Gildarts, an opening, taking it to the Ghost, but gets caught into a sidewalk slam by Ryan. And dropped was Saya by a clubbing blow by Gildarts. Okay, well, I wouldn't say they're wrong. I just say they have a different opinion than you. You know. Opening little ground and pound to Gildarts as Saya tried to turn Ryan around but gets countered. And again, I still want to point out that clown on the back of Ryan's jacket. Why he has that, I'm not sure. Which, you know, I'm not even going to worry about that. As long as the Ghost is busted, it doesn't matter. That's... Listen, we don't have those Ghostbusters with us. As much as I would love that. I don't know. Ryan and Saya kind of taunting at each other on the outside, and Ryan hits that neck breaker running down onto Saya. Cover by Gildarts on the opening, but a kick out at 1 by opening. Again, no Randy Orton with him at ringside. He's always had that on the back of his hoodie for some unknown reason. Yeah, he has had that there. We're not sure why. Who got busted open? I'm not sure if that was Gildarts or if that was opening. But right now, opening elbow to the face of Gildarts. Oh, it was Gildarts. I can see the blood. Big boot from Saya. Opening, lifting up Gildarts and drops him onto the knee. Okay, opening. Turns Saya around, elbow to the back, and a double axe handle as well. Taking it now to Ryan off the ropes, clothesline. Send him down. Gildarts, though, with a clothesline, and Saya taunting on the outside. Cover, though, off that roll-up, and a kick out immediately by Gildarts at 1. Picks up Ryan. Counters, though. Gets those elbows in. Kick to the gut. Countered the signature. Does opening. And now Gildarts going after the leg of Saya. And an air raid crash to opening. And then a neck breaker to Gildarts. And right now, the momentum seems to be in Gildarts' favor, at least in terms of stamina. As Gildarts dropping Saya with that sidewalk slam. And now opening and Ryan. It is false count. It's not false counting where, but there is no disqualifications. And opening just slapping Ryan in the face. He's slapping him in the face. I think Gildarts also hit the signature on Saya. I think that was called, yeah, he calls that open the door. Does opening that little rolling slam into the freaking slaps to the face. But a counter by Gildarts. Saya now with the sledgehammer. And Gildarts just took it. He still hits opening and took it and then hits that Guild's pride onto Saya. And Saya, I think, was going to have to burn resiliency. But then Ryan hit the ref with the kendo stick as well as opening. And that allowed Saya just to live for a little bit longer. Has a signature built up. Grabs Gildarts by the throat. Mind over matter. But now Ryan in hits that drop kick. Ryan, I think, unintentionally saving Saya. Oh no. And sets up Gildarts. Kick to the gut. Neon lights right onto the table. We saw him do that to Jack earlier. Cover. I'm sorry. He kicked out at 1. Also opening, hitting that open and shut. Cover. Saya didn't have resiliency and is the first one eliminated. Saya will not get that number 6 spot as opening dropping Ryan onto the knee, but Gildarts breaking the kendo stick over his head. Clothesline dropping him down there. There he goes. Saya unfortunately eliminated first. He will not get that spot, which, hey, it still means he's inside of the chamber. But he's going to have a little bit of a harder time now trying to win that championship. But hey, we've seen it been done before. As opening, raged up, tried to go at Ryan. And I think Ryan just tried to steal opening's finisher. He's not out first. No, he is not out first. Punches from Ryan, dropping Gildarts into a neck snap. Oh, neck breaker. From Ryan, grabs the steps, opening. You might want to turn around. Oh, gosh. Tossed him to. Oh, my gosh, man. Right to the head, quickly into the cover. But opening kicks out at 1. He still ain't done. All right, opening, fair enough. Tried to roll through, but Ryan was able to move just slightly out of the way. Counter there. Gildarts, though, turns him around, but gets caught by Ryan. Up on the shoulders. Burning hammer. Has the baseball bat and hits Ryan with it. Right to the head. And quickly into the cover. And Ryan kicked out at 1 again. Well, I'll be. Clothesline, but opening played it smart. Got to the outside. Ryan turns Gildarts around. Neon lights is countered by Gildarts. And there's that Guild's pride. Right to Ryan, quickly into the cover. And Ryan has to burn resiliency. Opening, picks up the table, but kicked away by Gildarts. Turn around, kick to the gut. Opening, DDT, right to Gildarts. Quickly goes in the cover as well. Could get Gildarts to burn resiliency. No. Kicks out at 2, just barely got the shoulder up. And opening, now sets up. Oh, and Ryan hits him with the chair, and then hits Gildarts with it too. Stunning Gildarts, but I think he used the iron jaw to stop himself from being stunned. Big boot to the face of Gildarts. Grabs the table. Opening. Getting himself back into the ring. And Ryan gets caught. Open and shut. Cover on Ryan. Is opening to get him out of here. He doesn't. Ryan kicked out at 2. But Gildarts with a sledgehammer. Right to him. Opening caught the sledgehammer. Lifts up Gildarts and a fall-away slam. Ryan still surviving, and a neck breaker. Down goes opening. Calling for him to get up. Ryan grabs him. I think he's trying to carry him over to that table. Opening, though, with the counter. Big boot to the face. And Gildarts is firing up on the outside. And now, opening might be looking to send Ryan through the table, but to no avail. Gildarts lifts up, opening the belly to belly. Dropped him with authority. Punches, and an overhead belly to Ryan, and now he's stunned. Sent to the outside, opening. Grabs Gildarts, and now he puts him on the table. Now opening, trying to put Gildarts through the table. But he countered that one as well. Opening might get caught here. Dropped by that breaker slam. And now picks him up. Power bomb position. Oh, no. From there, lifts him up into the power slam. That fairy crusher right to opening. And that burns resiliency on him. Opening burns resiliency. But Ryan taking the table away from Gildarts. Gildarts the only one left with resiliency. Off the ropes and sending Gildarts over. And opening with a kendo stick, shot straight to him and then sends him down. Gildarts is stunned, and now these two, I thought they were going to work together, but now Ryan going after Gildarts. Oh, slammed. Ran through him. And opening, setting up another table. Actually, no, set up the same table. Just set it up in a different spot. And now opening. Goes to the outside. Gildarts has that sledgehammer and hits him with it right in the gut. And Gildarts might be looking to walk away with this entrant number 6 in the chamber, which could be deadly for everyone involved. And he's looking to add a little bit more punishment. Tossing the announcer's table away as well. Ryan, though, steps in the ring. Gets Gildarts, and he sets him up on the table. Could be looking to put him through, but opening stopped that from happening. Got countered by Gildarts. Out of the way. Grabbed again, but opening with those elbows. He really wants the people to get a table spot. He really does. Into the corner. Or not into the corner, actually. Ryan stopped that. Now, oh no, they're working together on opening. Punches to the gut of opening. And now, no, he might be caught. Neon lights. Dropped him on his head into the cover. Opening kicked out. Opening kicked out. How'd he kick out? He dropped him on his head. How did opening kick out of that? Off the ropes, though. Oh, no. He got picked up. And it might not matter in a second. Dropped. With the Fairy Crusher. Opening had a good run. But this time, he's eliminated. It's down to Ryan and Gildarts. One of these two is going to take that entrant number 6 spot. And Gildarts with the fairy tale ending. Dropping Ryan into the cover. And now Ryan's the one who kicks out. Ryan kicks out at 2 of that fairy tale ending. Remember, he still does not have resiliency. Gets back up. Out of the way. And there's that Guild's Pride. Set him up perfectly for it. Into the cover. Gildarts has spot number. Never mind. Never mind. I thought Gildarts had spot 6 locked up. But Ryan kicked out. I don't know how, but he did. Off the ropes. It's still going to be an uphill battle to climb, though, for Ryan, because Gildarts still has resiliency, and he tosses him away. Grabs the bat. Whacks him with it. And now just says that's it. Gildarts into the cover. Ryan's exhausted himself. He's still kicked out? Yo, Gildarts has got to be beside himself. He's got to be thinking, what can I do to put this ghost away? Sets up double accidental. Ryan out of the way. RDT to Gildarts. These two are good winners. Baseball bat in hand. There's a table in the steps. Good option to finish this. Gildarts going to work on Ryan. Trying to stun him. And, oh my goodness. And now he's squatting. He's squatting with that suplex. Dropped. And he stuns him, and he landed on the baseball bat too. Gildarts. And now he might be looking to end this thing by putting Ryan through the table. Lifted up and sent through the table. I'm sorry. This man's still getting up. He got up straight away and got himself into the corner. But Gildarts went for the splash. Ryan got out of that one. And there's the chop. The chop from Ryan. Hit that soundproof cover. Gildarts burns resiliency. Gildarts has burned resiliency. Pushed away, though. He still has a finisher lined up. Gildarts. That knife edge chop, that soundproof chop from Ryan. But he's turned over by Gildarts. He's lifted up into the Cataclysm Crash. And there's no way that Ryan's going to be able to kick out of this one. Gildarts has spot number 6. Why won't you die? Ghost type in Sun and Heart in response to normal type moves. Gildarts, though, gets it done and gets entrance number 6 in the Elimination Chamber. I would be very concerned if I am most people in this matchup. Opening, Saya, Ryan, Kaito, and Akihiko That man might just be the favorite. Gildarts might be the favorite to walk away and win the Intercontinental Championship. After everything that he did to Loxus, I'm not sure if I want that. Ryan was fighting back then. Opening was fighting back too. This man was living. Hit him with that soundproof chop, burned resiliency on Gildarts. But at that point, Gildarts was not having it. He turned him over. He set up for the Cataclysm Crash and dropped him right on the logo. Honestly, I'm not too worried at the moment. I learned a lot. Hey, you know what? That's good stuff to hear. Good stuff to hear, opening. We'll see what you can do at the Elimination Chamber at full throttle. 34% on opening, 22 on everyone else. And it's Gildarts who gets the win, who gets spot number 6 in the chamber. And now it's time to move on. It's time to move on to the main event. It is the last chance qualifier. We already know that 4 people will be in this thing. We already know that we'll see the Beautiful Madness Julie, Mona Magistus, El Condor Pasa, and Liliana, fresh off their opportunities to try qualify for the Women's Championship Elimination Chamber, and them coming up short. They get the chance again, along with a few other competitors, about 6 more competitors, to make it a 10-person gauntlet eliminator. So here's what we'll do. I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you I'm going to go this. I'm going to go with this. And then I'm going to go with this. Pick your number. Who will get the final spot in the Women's Championship Elimination Chamber? Who will join the Ryan Shogun champion? Stephanie Vaquer, Moon Mage, Chun-Li, and sadly Makima. I don't like that, but we are at the main event. We are, in fact, the main event, and the main event is about to get underway right now as we turn up the voltage. Hello. Please and thank you. Okay, there we go. It is a 10-person gauntlet eliminator. You know how those gauntlet eliminators work. We saw that at Chain Reaction. 2 superstars starting the reign every 30 seconds. Someone else will enter into the match. Obviously by pinfall or submission. The last one remaining will be the final person in the Elimination Chamber. So, who drew number 1? And number 1, it's Flair. Flair, somebody who has wanted a fair crack at the Raiden Shogun and the championship for so long. Has not been able to get that fair shot. Maybe thinking the Elimination Chamber could be her shot. Flair entering this last chance qualifier at number 1, which, hey, not easy to win a 10-person gauntlet eliminator, but it's been done before. Not here, but it's been done elsewhere. It's been done before. Flair could be able to do it tonight. Can Flair get themselves into the chamber and face off with the Ryan Shogun once again? Well, let's see who drew number 2. And I recognize that theme. Still lost to me multiple times, by the way. Well, dang, Arrow. Welcome in, by the way, but dang. But I know that theme. I know that music. I know that lantern. It is the Green Shadow Dragon. It is Liliana at number 2. Had her match last week against Chun-Li to get in this spot. Wasn't able to get it done. But now looks to enter into this last chance qualifier and get her shot. This is going to be a crazy start, indeed. 358, I see that Kingdom Hearts reference. Listen, I didn't mean to do that. I was just putting in some random numbers. But I guess you could take it that way. Liliana. Looking to get themselves into the chamber. And hey, could be facing off against some people they faced off against before. Obviously, Chun-Li being one of them. I think teamed up with Moon Mage in the past as well. Don't think she's faced off against Stephanie Vaquer or the champion, but also has been kind of going at Makima recently because both of them use that mandible claw. Which honestly, I don't blame them. I don't blame Liliana for that. Flair's not winning, but if she does, oh dear, yeah. That would be concerning for most people's egos if Flair ends up winning this one. But here we go. It's Flair, Liliana, starting this thing off. Here we go. Every 30 seconds, someone new is going to enter this match. Liliana starting away with that combination, taking Flair down early doors. Stomping onto the foot. Let me get a drink of water real quick. There we go. I really want to respond to Arrow as Flair. If Flair's in the match, it'd be fun. But that's fun. Here we go. Coming in at number 3, it is the beautiful Madness Julia. Julia, who failed to pick up the win in her qualifier against Stephanie Vaquer, now enters in the qualifier right now to see if she can get herself into the chamber. Number 3, it ain't easy to win from. It ain't easy to win from any of these spots. Beautiful Madness is in at 3 and could look to get it done. It's Liliana just dumped Flair out of the ring. Dumped her out of the ring like nothing. And we're already looking for the next entrant. Number 4 is about to make their presence felt. And it is Spider-Gwen. Somebody who had, I want to say, the Iron Woman performance in the Chain Reaction Rumble for the women. Now looks to get a shot tonight. We haven't seen her since Chain Reaction. Flair could have been by Vaquer. No. Spider-Gwen in their second match in the GWE. And now everybody's just brawling on the ramp. They're all just fighting on the ramp. Flair with the counter there. It's number 5 coming in. And it's Urza Scarlet. And I think this match has just turned on its head. A veteran of the GWE has entered the fray. And going straight after her is Julia, tossed. Liliana, what are you doing with your arms? Like doing a little shimmy with the arms real quick. Urza sent to the ring by Spider-Gwen. Remember, pinfalls only can happen inside of the ring as Urza, little acrobatic maneuver, takes down Spider-Gwen at oh gosh. And Liliana with that that slam, down goes Flair, but Android 18 now enters the match. And I don't want to say it, but if Android 18 and Makima are in the same match, that could get very concerning. for everyone else in the match. 'Cause if they team up, very bad. Very bad circumstance. A member of Control, indeed, as here comes, hey, somebody who might want to get at Control. It's Dusk. But gets, oh my gosh, and right after her is Android 18. You got it. Right away with the baseball bat. Dusk in here at number 7. Tossed away now by Android 18, and now just goes into the ring. Dusk has entered the match at number 7, takes down Spider-Gwen. And Screaming, and might actually, you know what? Might want to go after Flair as well, as we're getting into number 8. And it's the Diva. It's Ashi Akubara. In a different outfit. Well, alrighty then, Ashi, changing up the outfit tonight. Flair quickly into the roll-up on Urza, but a kick out as Julia lifts up Dusk in position for that Michinoku driver. But Liliana right there. Oh, I think they both try to go for their finishers at the same time, and Liliana gets that violinist claw locked in on Julia, but she's out of it early. Diva Nation has arrived. Ashi Akubara, and finally, it took her ages to land that clothesline, finally lands it, and a Northern Lights bomb to Liliana from Julia, quickly into the cover. But Liliana kicking out at 2. No resiliency burned as Android 18 dropping Urza right on her head. But a kick out at 1 by Urza Scarlet, and a sister Lily to Spider-Gwen. As Flair and Dusk going at it on the outside, stepping over Dusk. Okay, Flair, you didn't need to do that, though. You didn't need to do that. Urza with a roll-up on Liliana, kick out at 1, though. Gauntlets don't save ult, so yeah, Ashi is in default. Combination from Ashi, and that violinist claw, I think, was hit on Julia again, into the cover. I'm sorry? I don't know, I think the ref got hit at some point, and Julia kicked out at 1. That is the heart of the former and inaugural champion, and gets dropped, does Liliana, by Ashi with that boot. Julia with that back suplex to Flair, but now has to contend with Android 18 as Dusk and Urza battling it out on the outside. Remember, Dusk fought last week, picked up a win with Jacob against Liu Kang and Kitana in some tag team action. Could use that momentum to get themselves into a chamber spot, and Flair with that fiery forearm to Ashi as she was running in with that chair. Sent into the corner now by Android 18. Those rapid fire strikes to Julia. Stuns her. Dusk tried to go for Android 18, but quickly into the cover on Julia. And Julia doesn't burn resiliency. No resiliency burned on the Beautiful Madness. And now Dusk, oh no! Dusk gets caught with the endless Android assault. And Dusk kicks out at 2. No resiliency is burned, but Julia right there with a slap to Android 18 as everyone else just brawling on the outside. Ashi just tossing everybody left, right, and center and rages up. Dropping Urza Scarlet as Android 18, but Liliana rolls up Android 18, but reversed it. Reversed that roll-up into a roll-up of her own, but kicked out by Liliana at 1. Spider-Gwen grabbing the arm, but a counter by Android 18. As Ashi tried to put Liliana in the corner, Flair and Dusk going at it on the outside. As Android 18 looking to take it to Urza Scarlet. Liliana, oh, tried to go for that thrust to the throat there, trying to roll up Liliana's Flair. But I think Liliana either got it, I think either Liliana kicked out, or that was just blocked. And there's that head scissors DDT to Flair. Buster wide open into the cover. But Flair kicked out, did not have resiliency. Didn't need it. Julia now having to contend with Spider-Gwen. Ashi with rolled of film to Liliana. Quickly into the cover. And Liliana kicked out at 1. Ashi broke it up for some reason. Yeah, I don't know why. Back elbow to Spider-Gwen from the Diva Ashi Akubara, but a kick out at 1. there, and a drop kick from Dusk right to Android 18, but now has to contend with Urza Scarlet, who grabs at the leg. Wait a minute, Violinist Claw cinched in on Flair by Liliana, and Flair's got to burn resiliency. Flair, the first one to burn resiliency in this match. We won't get anybody else in it until someone gets eliminated. Dropping Flair. Does Liliana do? And look at that, Luthez press from Dusk to Urza Scarlet. Spider-Gwen climbing up top. Flying in, went for the splash and did not land it. Picking up Julia. Ashi dropping on the knee. Spider-Gwen going to the middle ropes, but Ashi is right there, but jumped over Ashi to hit that senton on Liliana. What the heck was that? Ashi? Wait, what was Flair? Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Flair with the brass knuckles to Urza Scarlet, and who wrecked the LED post? Who did that? Spider-Gwen with a little unprettier to Julia, and Dusk with a rough rider to Ashi. Quickly into the cover on Akubara, kick out at 1. Android 18, whoop. Android 18 went for an Inzaguri on Nova. Tried to hit Casper. Kick from 18. Flies off the ropes and a crossbody, but Dusk out of the way. And dropping 18. I think Liliana hit that signature on Urza or something. 18 sent Dusk to the post earlier. Oh, okay, thank you. Didn't notice that. Oh, Julia setting up Spider-Gwen for a Northern Lights bomb. And I think the stamp out the embers hit on Ashi by Flair. Spider-Gwen kicked out, and so did Ashi, and neither one of them burned resiliency. Flair and Dusk actually working together on Android 18, but stopped that immediately. But Dusk reversed the signature of Android 18. Nah, 18 hit the Inzaguri on Cena. I swear to you. That also would make sense, though. Ashi turning Flair around, but the reversal there, and Dusk with that flyway elbow, but oh my gosh, and 18 right there. Blaze kick to Ashi. 2 pins happening at the same time, and it was counted towards Dusk, but Ashi burned resiliency anyways. Ashi still burned resiliency. Okay, now I don't know who the pin was on. I think it was on the Dusk's pin, but Liliana with that claw slam. Spider-Gwen dropping Flair as well, and Flair survives. Flair manages to survive, cover on Dusk off that claw slam, and Dusk now has to burn resiliency. Head scissors DDT to Julia, and the violinist claw onto Android 18. She's in trouble, didn't have resiliency, but didn't need it, didn't have to burn it. Senton from Ashi to Julia. Took a finisher earlier, now goes into the cover off that senton. She didn't burn? Julia didn't burn resiliency? And that is the power of the former champion, still kicking out there. Head scissors DDT to Ashi. Cover by Spider-Gwen, and the Diva is gone. Ashi is the first one eliminated in this match. Urza picking up Android 18. Knee to the face, into the Scarlet Storm. Bridges it perfectly into the cover, and Android 18's got a burn. Dusk, punch right to Urza, went for the finisher, and Urza countered it, turns Dusk around, Scarlet Storm, and Liliana survives as well. Cover on Dusk, and that might just do it for Dusk here tonight, and it does. Dusk eliminated by Urza Scarlet, and Julia caught with the endless Android assault from Android 18. Quickly into the cover, and Julia has to burn resiliency now. Kicks from Android 18 to Urza Scarlet. We're down to 6 in the ring, and 3 more still to enter. But oh no, and Android, oh my gosh, that kick to the back of the head. The barrier breaker. Does 18 have a move named after the Destructo disc? I don't know. Oh no, and Urza caught with the Blaze kick. courtesy of Flair, into the cover. Urza's got to burn resiliency now. And Flair, DDT to Julia. Grabs the sledgehammer. Oh, countered. Countered by Urza. Off the ropes. And neck breaker, and Flair's head landed on the sledgehammer. And that might just do it for Flair. Might have knocked her out cold with that one. No, Flair kicked out, and out number 9, actually. Never mind, not 3 more to enter. It's just 2 more. It's Mona Magistus. Which means that the last entrant in this match is ECP El Condor Pasa. Will be number 10. Not you. Not you. It's everyone's favorite superstar. And a sister Lily right to Flair, but 2 pins happening at the same time because the Northern Lights bomb hit on Android 18, but the pin was counted on Flair, and Flair is out of this one, and here comes El Condor Pasa. Roll through, double foot stomp. Everyone's least favorite superstar. Okay, you keep doing that. Cover by Liliana on Spider-Gwen, who kicks out again. Spider-Gwen still surviving. Neck breaker from Urza, and now ECP takes it to Liliana, who's been in here since number 2. Someone get that fraudologist out of here. Gosh, man. Urza actually trying to, he could be looking to do that right now. Set up for the armory breaker to Mona. It's the horse who lost to Goro Majima. Yes, okay. Fair enough, I guess, but Mona kicking out of 2 of that armory breaker by Urza Scarlet. I hope Mona wins. Is that just to... Marcel, is that just because 2 people don't like Mona? Or is it because you just like Mona? Or both? Honestly, it might be just both. Urza climbs up top, calls for Mona to get up. Julia trying to roll up Spider-Gwen, and the cannonball right to Mona. Spider-Gwen kicked out without burning. Julia going to the middle ropes, and Android 18 caught by Spider-Gwen. Head scissors DDT. And Urza with that crossbody to Mona. We're down to 7. And we might be down to 6 in a second because Android 18. Mona kicked the ref down. Kicked Julia and kicked the ref down at the same time. And Liliana gets hoisted up by Urza Scarlet Storm. But the referee is still down. Yes, okay, so it's both. Gotcha. The referee down. You are on the Love Watch forever. Oh my gosh. Based of Mona, to be honest. Dang, even Splendid. That's crazy. I was like, wait a minute. Splendid, you've talked already in this chat. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Violent as claw cinched it on Mona. Doesn't have resiliency available to her. But Mona, I think Liliana let it go. Mona still lived. Not surprised Flair lost. Hey, Flair lasted quite a while. I ain't gonna lie. Spider-Gwen cover. ECP, why'd you break it up? ECP, why'd you break up the pin? Kick to the leg from Spider-Gwen, and now trying to cover Mona again here. Dropped Urza. Mona has to burn. After all that damage, now has to burn resiliency. And a Michinoku driver to El Condor Pasa. Counter. Julia with a slap to the face. Sweeps the leg, locking in a figure 4 on Spider-Gwen. Look at Julia. She is bleeding. ECP on the Love Watch as well. My gosh. Y'all are crazy with this. Double axe handle. 3 of them on the outside. What was Android 18 trying to do? Oh, Mona. Wait, Julia's in the way. And so was Android 18. Couldn't hit the stars align because of that. And ECP now looking to set up Spider-Gwen, but gets caught. Mona off the ropes. Stars align to Julia. into the cover, and ECP with the horse destroyer to Spider-Gwen, and Julia is out of this match. Oh, wait a minute. Android 18 countered by Mona. And a drop kick to Urza from El Condor Pasa. We're down to 5. 6. Liliana, ECP, Spider-Gwen, Urza, Android 18, and Mona. Your final 6 in this matchup. This is why Mona's a fraud alive. Okay. A lot of things there. I don't know. So she pinned a former champ. Does that seem fraudulent to y'all? I don't know. Mona did pin the former champion Julia. Double suplex there from Mona and Liliana. Oh, Mona locks in that star set lock on the legs of Liliana, and that forced her to burn resiliency. I didn't even know she still had resiliency. And that head scissors DDT to El Condor Pasa from Spider-Gwen. Stars aligned to Urza. ECP did not have to burn resiliency, but I think Urza could be on her way out of this one. And no, she's not. She kicked out. It is not over for Urza Scarlet just yet. As Mona and ECP brawling number 9 and number 10 going at it, but so is Spider-Gwen right in the fray. As Liliana and Android 18, number 2 and number, I think, 5? Or 6? No, it's number 6. Going at it on the outside. Oh, ECP could be setting up Liliana and might get her way to 3 finishers with that horse destroyer. Into the cover on Liliana, who put up a valiant effort, but is eliminated by ECP. We're down to 5. Spider-Gwen, Urza, Android 18, El Condor Pasa, and Mona. ECP, what are you doing? Dropping Spider-Gwen with a scoop slam. And that endless Android assault right to Mona. Quickly into the cover on Mona off that endless Android assault. Mona kicked out. Condor went to the soup store. Someone please get 18 out of here. Yeah, I kind of agree. Somebody get Android 18 out of here. Kick from Mona. ECP dropping Mona Magistus. Spider-Gwen trying to go off the rope. I thought for a second ECP was about to send Mona into the drop kick of Spider-Gwen. That would have been nuts. ECP tried to go for Mona, but she rolled out of the ring. What even is Condor's soup? I don't know. Does that seem fraudulent to y'all kicking out like that? What is El Condor's? What is your super finisher, El Condor Pasa? Oh, it's a Dragon Rana. Oh, right. You just have Rey Mysterio's moveset, of course. Oh, tried to go. I think she went for the Dragon Rana on the outside. I think she went for it on the outside. Urza now taking it to Mona on the inside of the ring. DDT to ECP. Steel chair shot to Mona, and I think Urza just trying to get rid of Mona right now. Into the cover. Mona's out of this one. We're down to 4. It's Spider-Gwen, it's Urza, it's Android 18, and it's ECP. Oh, sledgehammer to Android 18, and then one to Urza right afterwards by El Condor, and then one to Spider-Gwen. She got a sledgehammer for everybody. This horse is on fire. Trying to send Spider-Gwen back into the ring, but instead gets sent in the ring herself. And sent to the steps goes both Android 18 and Urza. Spider-Gwen and ECP both in the ring. Drop kick to El Condor from Spider-Gwen. Turned over. Picked up. Spider-Gwen looking for a little glam slam. Modified version of it. Kind of just dropped her. Into the cover off of that. Is that going to burn resiliency on ECP? It's not. We are at the final 4 of this gauntlet. Turns Urza around. Do not let 18 in. Last thing we need is Makima essentially having 2 chances at winning the title. Yeah, that would be nonsense. That would be concerning if Android 18 gets into this thing. Yo, we need, yo, ECP, if you have that super finisher, I would very much like it if you could use that thing. Oh, drop kick! Right to Android 18. Come on, El Condor. Come on, ECP. Trying to get around. But instead picks Android 18 up. And into the corner. But a counter. Counter by Android 18. Suplex attempt is blocked by ECP. Over and down with a chop block. And Android 18 stunned. But ECP now going after Spider-Gwen with a little horse destroyer. Quickly into the cover on Spider-Gwen, who actually still has resiliency and still doesn't use it. Still doesn't use resiliency. Oh my gosh! The absolute Mexican destroyer. And a code breaker. Code breaker to Urza. And then the kick to the side of the head of Android 18. Now Spider-Gwen's starting to go off. ECP steps to the outside. Calling for somebody to get up. Probably Urza. Flying in. Drop kick. Oh, I think that took Android 18 out. And now ECP picking up Urza, but reversed. That attempt at a scoop slam dropped by Urza Scarlet. Turned around. Android 18. A little back suplex to Urza. Goes to the middle ropes. This match has been intense. Meteora is blocked. Kick to ECP. And a little combination kick from Spider-Gwen. Wait, turns Android 18 around. Set up Hurricane Rana from Spider-Gwen. Grabs the chair and whacks ECP with it. And then tried to whack Android 18 with it as well. But out of the way, flipped out of it. Urza waiting on the outside, stalking everybody in the ring. On a steel chair shot from Android 18 to ECP. And then another one. Wait, Urza lifted up Android 18. Knee to the face. Start. Friggin' that move. Friggin' Nightfall. And pins Android 18. We're down to 3. And Makima does not get a second person in that chamber. It's ECP, it's Urza Scarlet, and it's Spider-Gwen. Android 18 out of it. Dragon Run. I thought that was the super finisher. It was not the super finisher. That was just a finisher. Delivered to Urza Scarlet from El Condor Pasa. ECP and Spider-Gwen still have resiliency. And now ECP doing a little victory lap. Doing a little quick victory lap with that sledgehammer. Spider-Gwen steps back into the ring. Urza slapping her cheeks. Spider-Gwen off the ropes. Countered by El Condor. Lifted up for a suplex, but not done. I think was going for 3 amigos, and Urza said, nope, not this time. Stomped on Spider-Gwen's head. Y'all, she still didn't burn. Y'all, she still didn't burn resiliency. What are you on, Spider-Gwen? And a Scarlet Storm to El Condor Pasa. Quickly into the cover. And ECP has to burn resiliency. Only Spider-Gwen has resiliency left. What a final 3. Urza on the hate watch now. Kick from Spider-Gwen, and there is an X Factor right to Urza. Only the Spider-Gal left with resiliency, and ECP. Little luchador spirit flowing through her. Hurricane Rana on the outside. And sends Urza, or tried to send Urza in the ring actually, did not get to. Stepping in, stepping out, steps back in, now Urza stepping out. But ECP caught Urza and sent her down. And an elbow drop to the back from El Condor Pasa. And a code breaker from Spider-Gwen. Yo, these three are cooking. These three are cooking. We're about to hit the 3-hour mark because of this match. These three are cooking. Spider-Gwen tried to go for ECP, but Urza tossed her away. Instead gets the Hurricane Rana on Urza. What an opportunity this could be for both Spider-Gwen and El Condor Pasa. Spider-Gwen in only her second match in the GWE, ECP in her third. Getting a title shot like this could be monumental. But Urza trying to put a halt to all of that. Rolls up Spider-Gwen. Yo, I don't know when the referee got hit. But Urza couldn't put it away. Spider-Gwen still kicked out. Goes for the cover on Urza. We could be down to 2, but the ref's still in a slow count. But it doesn't matter. Urza's gone. We're down to 2. It's Spider-Gwen and El Condor Pasa. Countered. Spider-Gwen underneath. Over top and a flatliner. Caught the bottom rope with it. Now, I want y'all to keep in mind, Spider-Gwen still has resiliency. And 2 finishers, and could be looking to use one right now. That slam down to El Condor Pasa. And ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between, Spider-Gwen is in the Elimination Chamber. Number 8 gets it done. Why is Urza an op-watch? I don't know. Probably just for Corey. Spider-Gwen gets it done. Nobody ever prepares for the ref hit. And 4 takes it. Oh, 4. Never mind, it wasn't even 8. It was 4. Spider-Gwen lasted from 4 all the way to now. GG's indeed. She interrupted a 3 Amigo spot. I can't have that happening. Congratulations to Spider-Gwen, the final competitor in the Elimination Chamber. 45% on 3, 5, and 8. 1, 3, and 7, 22%. 22% on 10, 2, 4, and 9 with 11%. Spider-Gwen at number 4 gets it done. I'm fine with that. Fair enough. Well done performance from Spider-Gwen. What a match. Yeah, what a match that was. Spider-Gwen will go into the chamber. And now, that means it will be Stephanie Vaquer, Moon Mage, Chun-Li, Makima, Spider-Gwen, and the champion, the Raiden Shogun, inside of the chamber for the Women's World Championship. That final 3? Yeah, that final 3 cooked. Those 3 might need to run that thing back at some point in the future. But that will do it for the show. Let's go through the results of the show. As we started off with a fatal 4-way in the Modest Open Challenge. Modest had to deal with all kinds of threats. Balrog, King, and Matt from Wii Sports. In the end of the day, it was Matt from Wii Sports who picked up the win in the matchup, pinning Modest to do it. Yuffie, and we saw later on Yor, both getting momentum. Yuffie and Yor getting momentum for Pretty Lethal, as they would go on to beat both Queen and On in singles matches, getting the advantage for the challengers going into Full Throttle. It is all evened up. It is a best of 7, and it will be match 7. 3-3. Ryu and Ken beat Sonic and Shadow Speed Force to make it a tie game going into Full Throttle. Best of 7. 2 out of 3 falls on Sunday, where the winner gets the #1 contendership for the Tag Team Championships. We were going to have Estelle versus Chaos one-on-one. However, March decided to get herself involved. Said, I'm not waiting around for an opportunity. That opportunity in that Champions Contenders match, it should have been mine. Not Becky's, not Samus's, it should have been mine. And attacking Estelle to get that chance. And I guess according to Estelle into Chaos, we might get ourselves a little triple threat on our hands. Between Estelle, Chaos, and March 7th at Full Throttle. Kaito Molota. He picked up the win over the Intercontinental Champion. Okay, Dolph. Okay. Listen. I had to say something. Kaito picked up the win over the Intercontinental Champion Akihiko. We know he's going to be defending that title inside of the chamber. Kaito picking up the momentum going into it. Can he walk out Intercontinental Champion? Jay Warland, we know he'll be walking into Full Throttle as the GWE World Heavyweight Champion, putting away Deku, salvaging the loss he had, the one loss he had to Deku a little while ago. But at the end of the match, the Ringmaster tried to play a little trick. He tried to attack Jay after the match, but Jay had eyes in the back of his head. He was ready for it and sent the Ringmaster out of the ring saying, this title is not going anywhere. I will see you at Full Throttle in Circus Carnage, which we'll still need to figure out what that is. We saw that. We already talked about that. You're picking up the win over on, making a tap out. Getting another bit of advantage for the Tag Champions Challengers. Fatal 4-way elimination matchup. Also, Jack showed up and revealed Matt Pat to be the third man to the team of Jack, Mark, and Matt Pat himself to take on Kokichi, Joker, and Akechi at Full Throttle in a 6-man tag team match. And then this guy, on the far right, Ryan, jumped them both, which we still need answers from that. Nonetheless, he competed right afterwards in a Fatal 4-way elimination matchup with opening Gildarts and Saya. It came down to Gildarts and Ryan in the end, but Gildarts secures #6 in the Elimination Chamber. And, well, Flair, you didn't win, but it was a win for Spider-Gwen in the last chance qualifier. Spider-Gwen will go to the Elimination Chamber to challenge for the title. Let's take a look at the news real quick. Android 18 suffering an injury. We love to see that. Urza injured as well. Spider-Gwen injured going into Full Throttle. Keep that in mind for Sunday. Julia also injured. Yo, I just realized that there is an entire page of just stuff that happened now. Liliana injured. Ryan injured. March attacking Estelle. We knew about that. Becky cleared. March is cleared. Queen is cleared. Nathan's also cleared. So is Estelle. So is Susie. And so is York. A lot of people getting cleared. Love to see that for most of them. I think it would be the same week. Yeah, it would be the same week. So let's take a look at the power rankings right now. They should stay the same. Shadow, Jacob, Modest, Ken, Gildarts, Estelle, Guts, Becky, Chun-Li, Moonmage, Kiyotaka, Nathan, Jack, Gojo, Makima, Yuffie, Liliana, Ryu, Ryan, and Queen in your top 20. Now let's see what would Full Throttle have been. And let me just go ahead and do this real quick so that way I can just make sure that there's no spoilers. And okay, there'd be no spoilers. Good. Wow, okay, universe mode. Jay not even top. Yeah, Jay not even top 20. I mean, he didn't fight last week, so you know that probably would do it. There's no spoilers. Speaking of Jay, they want to do it again. 2K wants it for a third time. They want to see Jay versus Cassius for the title again. That's actually crazy, I'm not gonna lie. The universe mode can't get enough of Jay versus Cassius for this championship. It would be Ryoma versus Akihiko for the Intercontinental Championship. We know that's not going to be happening. We know it's actually a chamber match that Akihiko's in. Julia versus the Ryan Shogun. They also love seeing this match, 2K. The Ringmaster versus Ken. Well, both of these two are going to be at Full Throttle, but they're going to be busy doing other things. Oh. This is Junko dies the match. This is just Junko dies the match. Not to say. Kaito versus Ilya Dragunov. That would be a banger. I would be so down for that. Monkey D. Luffy versus Miu. Miu, I don't think you're cleared. Junko would enjoy that? Yes, you would. March versus Estelle for the championship. Well, I don't know. Maybe we're getting that. Maybe we're getting a triple threat. We're getting a sum of that, possibly. Or we're getting just that. Clover versus Clover. What are you doing here? Clover versus Spider-Gwen. We know Spider-Gwen's going to be in the chamber for the title. Jacob versus Gonta? The Rumble winner, who's fighting the other Rumble winner in Miku, facing one half of the Bug Hunters. Alright. Papyrus, run for your life. Papyrus, run for your ever-loving life. Your afterlife, your bone life. You're dying. Again. Oh gosh. And with the music playing too? Oh no. Papyrus, run. Paps, no. Oh no. He's y'all. He's dying. We would see Twin Dragons versus Scarlet Justice for the tag titles for a second time. We would see this match is actually happening. Congratulations, 2K. You got at least one match correct. The Tyrant Syndicate versus the Bro G's for the Tag Team Championships. And our main event, it would be this. An Elimination Chamber with Seth freaking Rollins, Gildarts, Kaz, Shin, Johnny Cage, and Jacksepticeye. What a weird chamber. Literally only one of those people is actually going to be in the chamber, and that's Gildarts. Let me just check quickly. Did the power rankings change? No, the power rankings did not change, but she's back. He gets to kill Johnny. We take those. Yeah, the power rankings did not change, though. I didn't think so. News? Anybody get cleared? Nobody got cleared. Okay. Fair enough. Alright. US Champ Asuka. Anyways, out of character, y'all. Well. I got a lot of things to work with now. A lot of, very interesting stuff. I see the poll. Y'all really put up a poll to see if Papyrus would die or not. That's crazy. Anyways, yeah, everybody's Dana 2K, yeah, Dust 2K was not kind to you today. Man, I wish Flair won. Listen, I kind of wish Flair won as well, but the second it was Flair at number 1, I'm like, man, that's not gonna happen. I believe in Papyrus. Fair enough. You believe in Papyrus just like everybody else believes in Joe Hendry. But she targeted Dusk. She did target Dusk. Very in character. Yeah, Mr. E had a good night. Dusk did not. Sadness. For half that. Anyways, well. That's going to do it for the stream. However, as we know, let me cue that 2K audio off. Not tomorrow. Sunday is Full Throttle. So, let's go ahead and talk about it. Full Throttle comes to you live Sunday. And we got a lot of fun matches on it. Modest continuing his open challenge. We'll see. Junpei Iori taking on 2 competitors in a little triple threat matchup. The Tyrant Syndicate, as we saw in there, it is the Tyrant Syndicate versus the Bro G's for the GWE World Tag Team Championships. A battle of the Whites/Mothers. It's Varessa, Black Swan, it's Death, and it's Urza in a Urza Scarlet in a fatal 4-way matchup. Oh wait, no, not Urza Scarlet. Freaking Varessa, Black Swan. No, it is Urza. I'm stupid. Those 4. We'll see the Elimination Chamber. Akihiko, Sayakiller, Kaito, Ryan opening Gildarts for the Intercontinental Championship. We know Gildarts as the last spot. We'll see the Obsidian Order versus the Mario Bros in an unsanctioned match. Jacob, Miku, the 2 Rumble winners will go at it. Pretty Lethal, Scarlet Justice for the Tag Team Championships. Speed Force versus True Style. 2 out of 3 falls. Best of 7 finale. 2 out of 3 falls. Winner gets the shot at the tag team titles. Pi versus Jay Warland, the Ringmaster and Jay, in a Circus Carnage match for the GWE World Championship. The Women's Chamber with Ryan Shogun, Stephanie Vaquer, Moon Mage, Makima, Chun-Li, and Spider Gwen. And Septiplier and Mad Pat teaming up against Dice, Kokichi, Joker, and Akechi in a 6-person tag match. Plus some other matches that I will announce tonight, including Estelle's gonna have to defend that championship, and if it's everything as that, it will be Evernight/March versus Estelle versus Chaos Triple Threat, the Ironheart Championship. Everything coming your way Sunday, February, I believe 22nd, at 1:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get yourself ready to go for that. That'll be it for me, and I'll see you at Full Throttle on Sunday.